1989. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young Disney World at the height of its golden age, the Disney MGM Studios was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Then, something happened that changed all that. The time is now to celebrate 35 years of Disney's Hollywood studios with the largest ever in-person gathering of those who created its magic. The Imagineers who brought you the great movie ride, Muppet Vision 3D. And of course, as you may recognize, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror will present never-before-seen stories and artwork from the Hollywood that never was, but always will be. This event is somewhat unique in that it will offer a meet and greet and autograph session, as well as 2 days of star-studded panels and presentations. We invite you, if you dare, to register at stage89.com to attend this event either in person or via streaming, or just to get more information. And all event proceeds travel directly to Give Kids the World Village.
Tonight, Disney has upgraded the spotlights for Happily Ever After. The lights are now significantly brighter, which should help the fireworks team finally hit Tinkerbell. Should be able to do it. New scenes are coming to Star Tours at Disney parks just in time for that famous Star Wars holiday, April the 5th be with you. And Disney has announced You got to roll that teleprompter back, by the way. That's an important part of the process. Nope, it's still where it was. Nope. I see. I'm Nick LoCicero. Now here's your host, Tom Corless. That's what I. That's correct, Nick. That's very good.
I know that part.
Well, can I read it from the page? Just give me the sheet. This is how we used to do it. We used to do it this way. Disney has upgraded the spotlights for Happily Ever After. The lights are now significantly brighter, which should help the fireworks team finally hit Tinkerbell. Shut up, Joe. New scenes are coming to Star Tours at Disney parks just in time for that classic Star Wars holiday. April the 5th be with you.
That's not a holiday.
Disney has announced their snack themes for this summer's Run Disney virtual series. These snacks will be featured on the medals and will be more edible than half the shit they give you in that box at the end of the race. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live from WDWNT Celebration near the Walt Disney World Resort, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corless and Nick LoCicero. Tonight, WDWNT March Madness 2024 kicks off with the battle for Walt Disney World building supremacy. The wonderful world of Psychotic comments, the music of Piano Rob, and more. I'm Nick LoCicero. Now, here's your host, Tom Corless.
Hello, I'm Tom Corless, and the teleprompter is still not moving.
Well, good thing we ad-libbed this part.
Oh, that? So now Katie is holding a second teleprompter next to the first teleprompter. We're doing great. This is what it was like when Rise of the Resistance opened. I'm joking. We were only down for 30 minutes. Yeah. Our cannons still move. Hello, I'm Tom Corless, and I survived 2 festivals and melds in 1 week. Amazing. Yeah. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're really enjoying this nonsense, you can leave a super chat here on YouTube. Your donations will be used to buy us an animatronic skeleton from the Great Movie Rack. I only need one. He's going to work in the booth.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
That's what Darius is going to do when he sees it in his chair.
Oh, boy.
Anyway. Nick, how's it going?
Doing good. Guess what today is?
It's our 100th show in this studio.
It is that.
Yeah.
But it is also my pug Ahsoka's 7th birthday
7?
today. Yes, 7.
That's great.
She's 7 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you get her for her birthday?
I made her some bacon and eggs, and I took her to the park, and she had a great time.
Wow. Are you allowed at the park? Or you just let her off the leash, you're like, you could go.
Don't get in trouble. I can't come get you.
I walked into that one.
Teasing. That's great.
Yeah. But, yeah, I had a great week today.
You had a great week today?
This week.
That's how long we've been here.
I feel like it, right? No, you got to go see Piano Rob, like live and in the wild. Like it was great.
Live and in the wild. Wow.
That's my OnlyFans.
I like that Rob's children are in the crowd right now.
Yeah. They're on spring break.
We have lost control.
It's not. It's not true.
You know. Anyway. Yeah, you Pat O'Brien.
Yeah, my first official shift at Pat O'Brien. A bunch of people came, so thank you very much. It was awesome.
I didn't get to. I had to do someone's show.
Yeah. Tom was on YouTube for a change.
Yeah. I never am. Yeah. Anyway. I digress. Have you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's been all over social media. Have you guys seen this Cerveza Crystal thing with Star Wars? So apparently in Chile, in the Star Wars movies, they didn't want to cut to commercial. And it was very expensive to get the TV rights. So they put beer commercials in the Star Wars movies. This is a real thing. We have one of these, Jake. I'm afraid to play anything at this point, but we'll try. Do we have one of these? This is real.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
That is 100% real. We have one. We show one more. We got one more of them. We did not make these, by the way.
Pero dime por qué no puedo.
No hay un porqué. Nada más te enseñaré hoy. Te preguntas, despeja tu mente.
Cerveza cristal.
You know, that has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen, throwing a beer ad in the middle of something. That's just really stupid. Anyway, we have a lot of show, and we're very late, so we should probably keep moving. That certainly won't pay off later. Let's keep going. Let's see what's happening this week on Disney+. Dooney. He got the last one. Should we do the news? News. We just have so much time. During the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference on Tuesday, Disney CEO Bob Iger said Disney could actually build seven? Yeah, 7 new full lands if they wanted to. Yeah, said Walt Disney Studios Paris in response, can we have at least one? None of our lands are full. We would like one. He also said they have the ability to increase the size of the Disneyland Resort by 50%. They just need to add 10 more floors to the parking structure. What can go wrong? It's not like sinking or anything already. It's fine. Yeah, Iger announced that the Avatar project at Disneyland Resort will in fact be a land. They're going to build Avatar Land in California. Yeah. Meanwhile, in Tomorrowland, a tumbleweed rolled down the People Mover track through the Carousel Theater into the Magic Eye Theater and then into the Starcade. So, but yeah, let's build Avatar Land. We don't have one of those. Let's do that. Sanaa, Disney's Animal Kingdom, has 5 new dessert items inspired by some of the animals on the resort savannah. There's a giraffe tower mousse, a wildebeest, it's real, the Ancoli cake, and the black sesame sundae. You know, I love seeing all the black sesame out on the savannah, personally. It's my favorite part. Why is there no dessert for the 40-year-old tortoise that lives outside the bathroom? Why did he not? This poor thing has to stare at people's asses against the glass all day. He doesn't even get a dessert. They just give him that brush tunnel to walk through. I think we should start giving those to guests, though. I think when you walk in the park, the guests should go through a brush tunnel. Might help. Superheroes will return to Disney Cruise Line in 2025 for another round of Marvel Day at Sea sailings. Although, based on their recent box office performance, they'll now be staying in interior staterooms. Spider-Man tries to swing out, he just hits the wall. In addition to Marvel character meet and greets, guests can enjoy various entertainment offerings like the Marvel Heroes Unite Nighttime Spectacular, which will feature incredible stunts, dazzling effects, and jaw-dropping pyro. And they'll unite, of course, after picking up the Young Avengers from Vibe. It's a joke for the cruise line people. Thanks. I appreciate it. Guests can learn about the mystic arts with Doctor Strange, Agatha Harkness, and Sorcerer Supreme Wong. Guests are also likely to see some Supreme Wongs if they go on Castaway Key and see people in Speedos. So, there'll be a lot of Supreme Wongs. You know. This month, Disneyland Paris will start offering reserved viewing space for the Disney Dreams Nighttime Show and Disney Stars on Parade. And guests can purchase it through the app for €19 per person. And in the app, you can select smoking or non-smoking. Katie, you see, back in the day, restaurants, never mind. Mickey's of Hollywood, see, that was actually the worst joke, and you already blew it, so. Mickey's of Hollywood, no, you can't play it again. Over my face. Right over my face. Mickey's of Hollywood at Hollywood Studios has a new cash wrap. And one wall is blocked off for construction, but funny enough, cash wrap is also how Bob Chapek's severance packages arrive. They just throw it up on the porch. Like Paperboy. In the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District state lawsuit against Disney, the media giant has filed a document indicating their intent to record depositions of the board's supervisors. It was not announced how many parties would be present for the depositions, but we're pretty sure that Bridget Ziegler's will be a threesome. Too topical for some. Too topical. I warned Eric. Donald Duck will take over Tokyo Disneyland with Donald's Quacky Duck City. Beginning April 9th, Tokyo Disneyland has announced all the limited time food for the event, which most of it looks like this. Do we have this image, maybe? Do we not? No, maybe not. There it is. There it is. Yeah, of course. Who hasn't been ass up in a hamburger in a Disney park? I mean, me at a festival. Face down, ass up in the hammer. It's got to be better than this. The Space Mountain, the final Ignition merchandise collection at Tokyo Disneyland, will include a giant plush version of a Space Mountain rocket. Yeah, finally, someone has engineered a version that'll work at Disney World. Finally, we'll all be comfortable. The new Overland Trail Cafe is open in Frontierland at Disneyland Paris. You know, on an unrelated note, Overland is how I feel about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm over the land. Get it? Cool. I'll move on.
I get it, Tom.
Thanks, Dick. You know, former Imagineers on X, not the drug, but the social media, alluded. Maybe both, I don't know. Alluded to an incident where a test track car flew off the track while the ride was in its initial testing. This immediately, of course, sounded better than designing a car that has no impact on the ride and passing laser effects that don't work. Sign me up, just throw my ass into a wall at this point. It's gotta be better than this. Meanwhile, I'll take anything at Epcot. Near death, gotta be better. Meanwhile, former Imagineers on X, the drug, are finishing up Epic Universe. It's great. A fan. What about a carousel, but the horses just go wherever? I don't know. Okay. We'll count a water play area as an attraction. All right. Worked for Disney. We'll do it. A fan favorite Halloween Horror Night show has received an IAPA award at this year's ceremony. Halloween Nightmare Fuel Wildfire was awarded the new Bonerific Award for sexiness in a theme park show. The runner-up again this year, Disney Junior Dance Party. Missed it by that much. You know. According to the Universal Orlando Resort calendar, the attraction One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish will be closed for refurbishment for a month this spring. The closure is supposedly to return the second fish back so they can keep the name. It's been one fish for a while. I don't know if you've seen it. It's one fish going around. Never mind. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate it. Who brings us the news?
This program is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center, access to our prize wall, a monthly Zoom with Tom, access to our Discord community, early access to our events, and much more, starting at just $2 per month. For more information, visit patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and unlock even more WDWNT.
There are some WIGS members here tonight. After that monologue, they've probably canceled their membership, but nonetheless. Let's find out the incorrect Disney Parks fact of the week. The new Encanto show at Walt Disney World will be a dinner show at the new Polynesian DVC building because, well, you know. Oh, well. It takes place in Polynesia, right? I don't know. Americans don't know geography. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, we have super chats, I think. Should we go down this rabbit hole? I guess so. Another RJ, 777. Yeah, 7. Our Lord and Savior Figment states, "Thou shalt not have false buildings before me. Thou shalt move the Church of Imagination to the Sweet 16. It's actually the Swell 16 in ours, but yeah, I get it. Aaron Payne, Canadian 699, happy belated birthday, Piano Rob.
Thank you.
27.
Yes. We'll go with that.
Your son's your liar. That's nice.
Just be.
No. Oh,
wow.
We got more of the. Let's keep going. We have a tournament to do. Jason Champagne, 777.
7.
Queued up for news tonight, wishing I had bought Genie Plus to avoid the 15-minute wait. Little did he know it would be a 30-minute wait.
Yes.
Even with Genie Plus, just like Rise of the Resistance. We got this down pat. Sam Fritz, 999. Tom, I know my sports updates can be annoying, but isn't moving to Japan a bit of an overreaction? But to get you ready, the Nippon Ham fighters beat the Cebu Lions 7-1 in spring training action.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, I need to go to a game.
Yeah.
For those that don't, it was announced on news today on Friday that I'm going to be in Japan for a bit because of Fantasy Springs and Donkey Kong and all of that. So, yeah, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. But I'm sure everyone here can keep things running. As evidenced by the first 30 minutes of tonight's show. No, they'll be fine. You'll all be fine. It's going to be very lonely. Eric was asking me earlier, what's going to happen to the podcast? I was like, I don't know. You and Gertie. Just put Gertie across. Michael Burke, 499, just a little unplanned downtime during this childish bullshit. That's fair. It was unplanned. Certainly didn't crash. Jason Champagne, $2. We are officially in Disco Yeti mode. I don't think we even had flashing light. I don't know. Mm-hmm. There you go.
There you go.
Nicholas Petronella, 499. Try putting the show in rice.
Nah.
I mean, I'm going to Japan. It'll be pretty easy. It's everywhere. Judge 777. Yeah, 7. Elsa finally got tired of you saying that her face looks bad and started an eternal March Madness. Another RJ, $2. Unplug it and plug it back in. I think that's what actually happened, in fairness. Judge, $5. Glad to see you finally purchased a bigger applause sign. Care Bear, 7. Yeah, 7. Put this towards the great movie right animatronic zombie fun. Man. What is it? Miss what? Mrs. DeFig. Happy birthday 51st to my wonderful husband, Rick. Maybe one day we can watch this childish bullshit in person. They'll tell you not to, so ask the people that came tonight. Someone just went, hey. Randy Newman, our good friend Randy Newman. Can you post a link to Piano Rob's OnlyFans? I hear he did. He did my entire Toy Story score dressed as a sexy Bo Peep.
Strange things are happening.
Did you have to bend over to find your sheep? I think I dropped them. Next one. Say Division 7. Happy birthday, Robert Piano. Good seeing you at Pat O'Brien's. Awesome show. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Florida Panthers 2020 Rosado. I can't. I am wasting money on this piece of trash. What is that even in response to? Also, I've been called worse. You'll have to do better. You're not even in the top 7 this week. Yeah, 7. JC Bob at 499 face down, ass up. That's the way we like to enjoy our parts. Wow. Okay. Blank super chat from Logan Hardenberg. Thank you. Kate McObbs, 999, remembering the 10th Dragon stance against Sunny Eclipse and Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe being the best counter service restaurant in Walt Disney World. What a life. Thank you, Josh. Never forget Josh. Josh was not happy with that result. Anyway. What was that? No one was, but Josh was the loudest. The next one. Joe Critelli Jr., 499. It was great meeting and talking with Jason and Miss Allison at the House of Mouse Expo last weekend and visiting my booth. You guys are awesome. Well, I'm glad. I heard they had a good time. WDW Mickey, $2. Get Rob's son to do the monologue. He's funny. No respect. You know. Big Johnny's back. While we could build 7 new lands, we decided to make 32 new shows on Disney Plus no one liked or will watch instead. Mm-hmm. Probably. Actually, I don't think they make any anymore, do they? I don't remember the last thing that aired on Disney Plus. Yet I still have it. Oh, good, we're done. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, there is more show.
Great.
This summer, Magic Band Plus changed the game for guests at the Walt Disney World Resort. But if your Magic Band Plus is having trouble keeping up with the fun, it's time for the ultimate power-up. Introducing Magic Band Infinite. Tap into unlimited cosmic power with our latest technology, guaranteed to make it through the day or your money back. Watch Magic Band Infinite come alive when watching nighttime spectaculars. Find the Disney Fab 50 character sculptures throughout the Walt Disney World Resort and experience the magic. Become a bounty hunter who goes door to door like an encyclopedia salesman. Vibrations help you find virtual bounties throughout Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but this time you can hunt for slightly more than 2 hours. Let Magic Band Infinite open your world. Use it to enter Disney parks. Easily make purchases.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
Or unlock your Disney resort room with a single snap. Tap. Or not. 3 trips to the front desk, more taps, a frustrated family, and a lock suddenly unlocking without being sure what changed to make it work.
Mister, I think you have the wrong room.
All this can be yours with the Magic Band Infinite, available exclusively in one design. And now, introducing our new Light to the Fight technology. Your Magic Band Infinite will give haptic vibrations and light up when you're near any reported skirmish on Walt Disney World property. You can record the fight on approved devices or participate in the fight yourself with our augmented reality overlay in the My Disney Experience app. Magic Band Infinite, making you pay more to do what was promised when you bought the first day.
Let the magic begin.
Not a place on the map, but a state of mind that exists wherever people dream and wonder and imagine.
It's not so much a theme park as a state of mind. A Hollywood that never was and will always be.
Ready when you are, CB!
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain. I've got a smile on my face. I've walked down the lane with a happy refrain, just dancing and singing in the rain.
Welcome back to News Tonight. We are live, I think. Maybe. Let's take a trip into the world of unbuilt Disney to see what was never created. It's the underperforming movie ride. What? What was in the underperforming movie ride? I don't know. Oh, no. Ian and Barley. People always. It underperformed. People are arguing. People are arguing if movies underperformed. Wow. There you go. The underperforming movie ride. The stuff checks are made out of. Anyway, let's see what's coming up on the show the next few weeks before we go into our pyramid scheme. What's happening right now? There we go. Next week, we're going to finish March Madness. I mean, we might be here till then, so we might just run into that episode. That's next week. And then we're on break until our very special episode, which will be a part of Stage 89, celebrating 35 years of Disney's Hollywood Studios. And part of that will be the resurrection of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Play It will be a part of our show. That and much more. Get your tickets now at WDWNewsTonight.com. Of course, you buy the Stage 89 package. That episode is included with your purchase. Nick, who brings us the show every week?
News Tonight is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation. From Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part is their concierge services are free. So book today.
Thank you, Nick. Do you have comments?
I have some, and they're psychotic.
That's the right kind.
Walt Disney presents
All right. Story number one. CEO Bob Iger says Disney could build 7 new full lands at theme parks around the world. Michael wrote, I could tear down my house and build an exact replica of the Haunted Mansion on my property. I could do things if I wanted to. Not going to, but I could.
Oh, my God.
Salacious Crumb wrote in. No. Yeah, I could start exercising for 5 hours a day between now and July so I could comfortably fit on Flight of Passage. That's more likely than Iger-era Disney spending anything to substantially improve the Florida parks. Jojo said, how about investing some of that land money into new monorail for Walt Disney World?
That's a pretty sane comment. Is his mic not working now?
Apparently not. All right. Little green lights on. Oh, well. All right.
I don't know.
Guests from the United Kingdom unable to book online reservations for Walt Disney World. John wrote in, maybe if they could win a war, they'd be welcome in the greatest country on earth.
Wow.
Undercover theme park CEO said, oi, Broove, chums from the United Kingdom are having a spot of bother trying to bag themselves some online reservations for a jolly good time at Walt Disney World. Seems like the cyber gizmos are having a bit of a natter, leaving our mates across the pond unable to secure spots.
He's trying to do the accent.
That was my English accent.
It was very good.
Oi, Broove, chums. A jolly good time. Yeah, you try to do a better
Dick
one.
Van Dyke's was bad.
Maybe it's just not coming through this microphone. It sounded good in person.
It's definitely the microphone.
Everybody liked that one.
We'll get it checked.
Yeah, all right. Vote Nobody said, keeping the British out is the American way.
You know, they're at Chef Mickey's 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. light the lanterns. God.
Oh, boy. Next story, Briar Patch turned into swamp at Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Hunter said, sounds like they should have just dug down 5 feet. The swamp water is free in Florida. It's free.
Nature is healing. The mountain has reverted.
Swamp water is free. Last story, Main Street Bakery is now selling reusable green straws for $2.99 for cold drinks only. Bryce said, or just save $3 and drink from the glass it comes in. And then Kaya wrote in, I need to know who's drinking hot drinks through a straw.
I mean, have you seen the people in that park?
Oh, boy. And there you go. Those are your comments.
Thank you, Nick. I think we have more super chats, which is great because we're doing really well on time. So let's do those real quick, shall we? Big Johnny's back. No, we did that one already. Oh boy. Florida Panthers 2020 Rosado. When I go in person, me and Tom will have a standoff. I don't even know what's happening.
Sounds good. Tom can stand for a long time. He's been on that stage for like 5 hours now.
He's not even wavering yet.
No, I know. It's impressive.
I famously do not sit.
But neither of us can touch our toes before the show. But we can stand.
Yeah, we both tried to touch each other's toes. It didn't work out.
Wait, no, I can touch yours. I just can't touch mine.
You have to get permission. Becky Christensen for a Cerveza Cristal in Galaxy's Edge. I would absolutely, if they sold it, I would have to have one there. Rob K, Cerveza Cristal got me laughing to tears. Please do more. No, I think we're done. No more. That's a long super chat. Mikey, cheers. What Disney park would you place a surf through the treetop type thrilling roller coaster that immerses you in the nostalgia of a movie with the original music in all its glory? Tarzan ride. I mean, Animal Kingdom seems like the park for that.
Sure.
I don't know if it fits as well as Encanto or Indiana Jones, but
nothing does.
You know, they all live in the jungle, famously. Yeah. The real Tom Corless. I, Tom Corless, would like to apologize for not including Stitch from World of Disney in March Madness. It would have been a shutout. Jake.
Wow.
Is Jake leaving super chats?
Is that why the show was a half hour late?
I mean, now we've mastered business now, right? Just like Disney, we give people a paycheck and then they give it back. We've really figured this out now. Terry sucks. I don't know Terry, but not gonna lie, Cerveza Cristal spots hit hard. Dave's bell schedule. I found Piano Rob's OnlyFans account. You've got a friend in me, 71. Who's the friend?
You gotta join the OnlyFans to find out. That's it.
It changes from week to week.
Oh man.
Big Johnny can't join a fight halfway through and claim you won it. 2 world wars, 1 world. God save the king. You know? In it, bro. Josh Hopkins with the blank super chat. Finally, we found the sane viewer. You know what that sound means? It's time for the lightning round. Actually, I think, is it time for a commercial break? I think so. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, it is time to begin March Madness. Stick around. Actually, no, Nintendo Switch. We're good.
In the 1980s, they were the picture of good nutrition and great sound.
We just wanted to help chase those mealtime blues away.
A lady and her pantry of seasoned performers changed the music world by blending all the right flavors.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
Then the food pyramid happened and our act was toast.
12 years is a long time to be doing the same act, especially with a lady that looks like a blow-up doll. Eventually, the jokes stop being funny.
Especially when you consider that my brother was actually hard-boiled.
When the lights were off and the counter was dark, some lost portion control.
Some people were partying a little too hard and got hooked on the sugar.
It was the 80s. Everyone was doing everything in excess.
Times changed, but some were more able to change with them.
My stars of the Milky Way were dead weight. I said, sure, give me some flat figures of things from the fridge. I'll shave my mustache, and I'll be in the new show. The others all left, but I knew the paydays were never going to be the same after the old show closed.
While others went stale.
Most of us just worked farmers markets and local grocery store openings.
But eventually you aren't ripe enough anymore. And that's when they put you into the Tony's Town Square salads.
The Kitchen Cabaret, the story behind the music, this week on VH1.
Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. Though your heart is true, you're a friend and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, well, you would say the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. I got myself a notion, one I know that you'll understand. Set your heart in motion by reaching out for each other's hand. Maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along. But one way or another, together's where we both belong. If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're singing it eye to eye. And if a wall should come between us, too high to climb, the hard to break through, I know that love will lead us and find a way to bring me to you. Well, don't be in a hurry, just think before you count us out. You don't have to worry, 'cause I will never let you down. Nothing's gonna stop us now if we listen to each other's heart. We'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're singing it eye to eye. And if you're ever lonely, stop, you don't have to be. And after all, it's only a beat away from you to me. Take a look inside and see. And if we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, the first time ever, we're singing it eye to eye. Singing it, baby, eye to eye.
Real quick before we get going, let's see what's coming out this week on Nintendo Switch. Mouse Gears of War. At least that one was worth coming back for. All right, take it away. That's it.
Thursday night, it's that time of year. Disney March Madness
That is right. It's already that time of year. Welcome to the 2024 WDWNT March Madness, where we will be facing off all of the most iconic, incredible, fantastic buildings at Walt Disney World. All of our panelists have been arriving under the rotunda. We're going to preview some of those matchups. But first, let me introduce my partner here. You know him, obviously, an expert analyst of architecture and building materials. None other than Gelatoni. Please. Gelatoni, what do you think is going to happen in his first round? Very insightful. All right, we're going to move to the first bracket. We're going to have 8 matchups. We're going to call that, do we have a name for these? Oh, we got to do the rules, Jake. Do we have to do the rules? We should probably tell people the rules of March Madness. Each panelist will, well, there we go. There are 6 WDWNT panelists. They will debate each matchup. While they are doing that, WIGS members can vote in WIGScord in the hashtag March-Madness-2024-voting channel. Just, oh boy, that one's going to be a fun one. I thought saying WDWNT was hard. WIGS will be the 7th panelist this year. The WIGS vote and each panelist vote counts as 1 point each towards a competitor. Best of 7, 7 points wins. Results can only be swayed then via Super Chats on YouTube. Super Chats must be sent in before the end of each quadrant or round, depending on the length of the round. To count, every $10 Super Chat equals 1 point for one of our competitors. So our first matchups, we're going to be, what are we calling this bracket? We're going to call it the You See Katie bracket. So we'll just use Tom Corless catchphrases for the names of the brackets. We're going to have Cinderella Castle as the 1 seed against the Team Disney building. Next up, we'll have the Walt Disney World Dolphin going up against the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. All bets are off on that one. 5 seed, The Land against Himeji Castle at the Japan Pavilion at Epcot. The 13 seed, Scrappy Muppet Vision 3D, who had to win their conference tournament just to get into this event, going against Gertie the Dinosaur, a heavy favorite. Then after that, we're going to have Splash Mountain going up against the Epcot Entrance Fountain. Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar against the Germany Pavilion. The Sorcerer's Hat will then go against the Morocco Pavilion. Finally, finishing off that round, we will have the Walt Disney World Swan against the Walt Disney World Railroad Station at Main Street, USA. We are now going to take things under the rotunda where the excitement is palpable to the panelists.
This is actually the Michael Graves region. They're all named for, I don't know why you didn't get that. They're all named for Disney architects.
Yes, but then you say you see Katie, and you have to explain to her who Michael Graves was.
Yeah.
Are they really named? Do we have names?
They may not be on there, but like Michael Graves, they're named. I'll find it. Anyway.
That's good, because I have so far, next up would be the Shut Up Joe bracket. After that would be the Somebody Got It bracket, followed by the Childish Bullshit bracket. I like the architects better.
Yeah, me too. Welcome to March Madness. Let's introduce the panel. To my left, we have Nick LoCicero.
Hey, Tom.
Our good friend Panda's here.
How are you guys?
Good to see you. This side, we have Desi and Sabrina. You can clap for that. And then Piano Rob's still not allowed on the stage, so he's over there.
Aww.
And then our WIGS members in the Discord will be, or the WIGScord will be our 7th. Yeah, 7th vote. So keep that in mind. I believe I do have a live look at that, actually. Look at that. So I can watch that tally go. That's good to know. So we're going to get things started with the first. Do I hit next match to start, Jake, or is it going to start? I'll start it. You'll start it? Okay. So we're going to get things. What's wrong, Sabrina? What can I help you with?
I'm just waiting patiently.
We just have so much time. All right. The first matchup is going to be the number 1 seed Cinderella Castle versus the number 16 seed, the Team Disney building. Yeah, the Team Disney building. It's a beautiful structure. Panda,
It's actually one of my favorite buildings. I'm not going to lie.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
It's very polarized.
Because here's the thing that
Well,
most people
Sabrina's
don't.
gonna start, Panda.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm
No, that's
starting.
fine.
I'm
No, you're
starting.
going, go.
I'm going. I'm doing it. I wasn't going to stop. Because no, for real though, like back in the day when you used to be able to go into the building, and it's actually the world's largest sundial. Wow.
And that's what, right? But that's what that giant yellow part is around the outside there. And it's actually open in there. You used to be able to walk in and it would be an open area in there. And it's the world's largest sundial. That's all I got. It's not going to win.
So
that's all I got.
Is that what you're picking?
Are we showing the pictures first?
I'll probably go with Cinderella
I mean,
Castle.
they're up here.
But,
I don't know if they're on your TV, but
yeah.
Sabrina, are you saying like the general public could have just parked and went and walked in? Like,
yeah. You used to be able to. And then, because inside there they have, there used to be a partners credit union.
Oh, right.
And then there used to be a Team Disney. And you could go in, you had to go in with like, you could tell them if you were checking in, you could check in at the front desk area, like the little table that they used to have with security. And you could tell them, I'm going to see
the world's largest sundial.
Yeah. No, for real. That's like that was a thing.
Yeah.
And then they stopped having access to it at all.
what are you voting for?
Cinderella Castle.
She says Camino's Bob Iger.
All that,
Yeah.
and she picked Cinderella Castle.
Yeah.
Makes it interesting, though.
There you go.
This is the last time we're going to talk about the Team Disney building.
Yeah, but I really do
It is.
enjoy the Team Disney building.
Desi?
That is an incredible story, Sabrina, and that was definitely the first time I've heard you say that. So thank you so much, Cinderella
This is the
Castle.
trouble table over here.
I can't believe you sat them together.
They chose their seat.
Cinderella Castle.
We'll separate them next week. It's fine. Panda, you're the guest. We were supposed to start with you, but now we'll go to you.
Gotta be Cinderella Castle. Come on. It's a nice building, and there's
building.
gargoyles hanging out of it and stuff that I've looked at a lot of times. Team Disney building, it's nice.
Nick?
Well, I mean, there's a castle in like every park. Like, there's nothing special about a castle, but the Team Disney building, those are pretty colors. And I mean, everybody kind of like has to get a picture in front of the Team Disney building before they.
Oh yeah, not the castle.
Before they leave Walt Disney World, right? It's more, well, I mean, look, it's more accessible. You don't have to pay a park ticket to get in, right?
Wow.
You just kind of park there, you walk over, and you can get your picture. So I don't know, it's tempting.
God forbid we end one matchup before that clock runs out.
Castle.
Castle, thank you. Rob.
It's the most photographed building in the world.
The Team Disney building.
Yes, the Team Disney building, of course.
I mean, if you catch it just right, you get the reflection in the lake.
We have 31 more.
But yeah, we're going to do a lot of these. I hope it doesn't win the whole thing, but it's going to go far. It should go far. It deserves it. Cinderella Castle.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the castle as well, and I don't need to explain it. Let's look at the Wigs chord. It's 41-9 in there for Cinderella Castle. That's going to be a 7-0 blowout. Yeah, 7 for Cinderella Castle. Right.
Woo! Oh, this pen doesn't work.
What was that? I did. Didn't work. There we go. There it is anyway. All right, next up we have the number 9 seed, the Walt Disney World Dolphin, against the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Panda, you want to start us off this time?
Yeah, I think the dolphin is a work of art. I think it feels like a prison if you stay there.
Yeah.
But I think to look at it, it's beautiful, better than the treehouse. So I'm going with the dolphin.
The dolphin. Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I think either the swan or dolphin has to move on. I like the dolphin's a prettier building.
It's more interesting.
It is a more interesting building, and I mean the treehouse is I like the view from being in the treehouse, but as far as looking at the treehouse, no. I mean it's not even comparable. So dolphin.
Rob?
Just to verify now, is it what it physically looks like? Doesn't matter what's in these buildings?
Inside matters.
Inside, like, because I mean, there's some of the most delicious restaurants on Disney property
Well, no, we're not talking about the quality of like
just what it
food
looks
service
like.
or attraction,
Okay.
but like architectural, so design.
Rob,
design
stop
everything.
being so superficial, Rob.
I just want to
of the
know.
restaurant, sure, but not Not the
just wanna
quality
make
of the
sure.
chicken parmesan.
Okay.
Rob, it's like
Um,
people. You got to look a little deeper. You got to see what's inside.
I too will go though with the Walt Disney World Dolphin. It's beautiful, and if you've never been in there and you visited Disney World before, you should go in. There's a beautiful chandelier in the lobby that's just breathtaking inside the Dolphin.
I like the fountain with the, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sabrina.
I'm going Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. It's nostalgic for me. I just enjoy the look of it. You're literally climbing up into a tree. They've built it to be quote unquote functional. And it was always like one of those dream things. You're just like, why the hell couldn't I live in a tree? So
It's
for
the
me,
only tree that people on this panel can actually climb.
What?
I don't know. I've never been able to climb a tree.
I thought you were just calling us all fat.
No, I mean, I don't think we have the ability.
I was like,
Tom,
he's
I'd
not
like to see
wrong.
you climb an actual
I was
tree.
never going to
I
climb
thought I could do a
trees.
half marathon. I'm going to climb a tree just to prove you wrong now.
I was like, I always had a lead ass growing up as a kid. I couldn't climb trees to save my life.
Man.
Yeah, so I'm going Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse.
Desi?
First off, that is not a dolphin. That is fish on the dolphin.
Correct.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
That's Delphi. He has a name. It's real.
I don't find that building attractive at all, and I have always thought it was so cool. And I have stayed in the Dolphin. I would rather sleep in the bed in the Swiss Family Treehouse.
That's
Right?
fair. It's
Yes.
not a good hotel.
No.
I am also I'm a big Michael Graves fan, and I like how kooky and weird and like 90s Disney this hotel is. So I'm going with the Dolphin. I assume.
Somebody just say, oh no.
Oh boy, yeah. There's a reason they said oh no. It's because the Whigs court is tied. In the case of a Whigs court tie, we go to Eric Morton. Eric,
Wait,
you have to vote.
I'm a
you
Whigs
have to
member.
break the tie.
Wait, hold on. I'm a Whigs member.
No, it's too late. I looked. It's too late. You can't vote now. They had their time.
It's actually Gelatoni's turn.
Well, what is Gelatoni picking?
You could talk out loud. He says the Dolphin.
Ooh. It's just because he likes fish.
Because his dad's a Dolphins fan.
And he also wants to point out that a dolphin is also a fish.
No,
Desi's talking about a porpoise. And there's a fish that some people call a mahi-mahi that the rest of the world calls a dolphin.
Wow.
Dolphins are mammals.
I don't make the rules.
All right. There's a lot of discourse going on. We're going to move on, though. I'm going to try. It's 5-2 for the Walt Disney World Dolphin. Next match button might work now. There it goes. Look at that. We've got the Land Pavilion against Himeji Castle from the Japan Pavilion. Rob, would you like to start us off?
I will gladly start. I mean, they're both magnificent. Let's make this easy, though. The land structure, it's been there forever. It's absolutely beautiful. You have the wonderful mosaic going up that whole side of it.
That the Nazis made.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Anyway.
Wow.
It's gorgeous on the
We'll get
inside.
into it
Even with the remodel, the balloons on the inside up top. I'm going with the land.
The land. Sabrina.
The land.
Desi.
The Japan Pavilion, the Himeji Castle, I just think it's beautiful, and I love it. I love the architecture of that.
Yeah, it's cool.
And also, I'm not a Nazi.
They were on the same side.
As someone whose grandfather worked at the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum, I'm well aware.
I think, in my mind, the future world pavilions are going to be the buildings to beat in this tournament. I love the land, that like volcano-looking glass. It's gorgeous. How did they figure that out in 1982? It's a gorgeous piece. The tiles, the balloons, like it's a gorgeous atrium. Back when they used to have the fountain in the middle, it's a great building. Panda.
Going with the Japan Pavilion. I think it looks nice. I think it's more artsy. It evokes more emotion.
Thank you.
Nick.
Tom, I agree with you about the future world buildings. I'm going to kind of lean towards a lot of those in this tournament. The reason I like the land pavilion, I like the whole entrance, like the walk up, the anticipation. You enter the building from the second floor there, and you get to look out over the entire building below. So the whole experience of that building is really, really something really special. So the land.
The land. And it looks like the land has definitely won with the Wigs. That's going to be 5-2 for the land. Go to the next match. Our next matchup is going to be Muppet Vision 3D against Dinosaur Gertie. Allow me to start us off. Look, I like the Muppet facade, and we're talking about the Muppet facade as it existed, right? When it had the hot air balloon, like in its pure form, which is great, right? But it is just kind of a warehouse building. Don't get me wrong, I miss it. I wish it still looked like that. But Dinosaur Gertie, come on. I mean, it has become an iconic piece of the park. Everyone knows Gertie. You got to get a picture. And the Santa Gertie's become a phenomenon because look at her. So I'm going Dinosaur Gertie. Panda?
Muppet Vision does not give me ice cream or cookies. So I'm going with,
but it gives you remote control banana cream pie.
and as a fat guy, the land also has an incline going up, so I forgot that one because you have to go up. But yeah, I'm picking Gertie the dinosaur.
There's an ADA railing all the way up. Wait, what'd you pick?
Gertie, definitely. It's just, it's...
So, all right, here's where we're going to have problems because you're telling us we have to take into account the inside of the building. Sure. Okay, that's going to be. So, Gertie, yes, is amazing and cute and adorable and more photogenic on the outside, and it gives me ice cream.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the attraction inside, but
no, I'm not thinking of the attraction itself, but Tom's right. The building is just a warehouse, but when you go in, there is so much to enjoy that is so Muppety.
Is that the architecture, though, or is that propping?
Theming.
Where are we drawing that line?
If it's attached to the building.
I mean,
is the decor
it's glued down.
part of the building?
Yeah, part of the structure.
Have you tried to take any of those pieces out?
Okay. So, see, that's
we need that question answered for all of us, by the way.
Yeah.
That's going to change the vote. So like the net full of Jello doesn't count.
Thank you.
No, it's not part of the
not
structure.
part of the building. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for asking that one, Rob, because that's where I was going.
So I have to picture it as an empty warehouse inside.
Well, not empty. I mean, like if you went into the theater, the walls would still look like the walls.
Yeah, see, I love the theater too. I'm going Muppet Vision 3D.
You could still pick Muppets.
I am, but
I just want to clarify the rules.
Okay, all right. It's a little gray area, I think.
Okay. It's not very unlike this tournament.
Yeah, no, he said we're very cut and dry.
Sabrina.
As of the last ruling.
That means Gertie doesn't get the counter. There's that rolling counter.
Yeah. Dang it. It's all about the counter.
Wait, so then the ice cream doesn't count?
Oh, that's true.
No, it's true. I mean, the ice cream doesn't count. I said the food doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Tony's could have been in this tournament if we liked the building.
I mean, certain characters are bolted to the seats.
Wow.
Is that part of the building?
Right. Is that part of the building?
If the seat is bolted to the building.
I guess it's...
The seats count. The seats got to count as part of the architecture.
You can take the seats.
Yes.
I don't know anymore. Just
sure now that they're new.
Please pick a
so
building.
Muppets are attached to those seats.
Oh my God! Just pick a building.
I'm gonna have to go Gertie.
Desi.
I was like fully expecting to vote for Gertie, but I kind of feel like Nick swayed me when he was talking about taking the interior into account because
Nick sways a lot of girls.
I'm a little old for him.
Wow.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Muppet Vision. I know it's not gonna win, but
Rob.
Oh man, now my vote really matters.
You do live in Florida.
I do. I'm gonna go with Gertie on this one. As far as structurally,
yeah,
I have to pick Gertie.
Yeah.
And it looks, oh, wait.
I was almost swayed.
Yeah, it's close.
No, Muppets. Muppets won in the Wigs scored, though. So 4-3 for Gertie.
Ooh.
Gertie barely. I mean, a super chat technically could sway that.
It was almost the ooey gooey toffee cake.
Almost. Next up, oh boy, it's Splash Mountain versus the Epcot entrance fountain. Fanboys' two favorite wet things.
Whoa. But can you name the third?
Sabrina. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go Splash Mountain. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now no one has anything to say. Desi.
Well, taking both the interior and exterior into account, Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Panda.
Splash Mountain. And
Nick.
no matter what they do to it, it still looks like Splash Mountain.
Yeah. Nick.
That's kind of not even close. Splash Mountain.
Rob.
We don't need to spend time on this. Splash Mountain.
This is the one
Yeah.
no one needs to spend
Yeah.
time on.
Yeah.
I will say, I love that fountain to death.
Well, yeah.
But Splash Mountain.
But Splash. Yeah.
It's a
I
fountain.
don't even, oh, it's a blowout in the Wigs scored anyway. So that's a 7-0 blowout for Splash
7.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Nice.
I once had to do laps around that fountain after drinking like the drink from Italy, the Coca-Cola thing. It was on a challenge thing.
There's
I had
no
to do.
alcohol in there.
No, but drinking that and then running, it's not a good combination.
Is that our next Man versus Park?
Should drink it and then climb a tree. Next up, it's Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar versus the Germany Pavilion, which counts because it's all connected. It's all one building. Rob, go ahead.
I'm going to go with the Germany Pavilion on this. That is an absolutely gorgeous structure. Each of the individual sections of it are made very specifically. I'm going to go with that. Jock Lindsay's is wonderful, but it doesn't have nearly the detailing that the Germany Pavilion does.
Nick?
I mean, I have to agree. There's so much detail in the Germany Pavilion. It's absolutely gorgeous from afar and up close. Jock Lindsay's is a hangar, and if we're again, the inside is great, but separating props from the architecture, I have to go with Germany.
Panda?
Germany Pavilion, 100%.
I'm going to go with Jock Lindsay's.
Really?
Because I think it's really cool that they built the boat onto the side, and it's a seating area. I also love that the diving bell is both indoors and outdoors. It traverses both. I know it is just a hangar, but I think there's a lot of really thoughtful architectural elements to that building. It deserves at least a point, I think.
It does.
Who hasn't gone yet? Ladies, have you gone? No. Desi.
Lucas, other than the pretzel, do you like the Germany Pavilion? All right, Germany Pavilion.
Sabrina.
Germany Pavilion as well. I love the clock and when they have them go around. It's really cool.
And it looks like the Wigs have agreed for the Germany Pavilion 6-1. There you go. Move on to the next match, which is going to be the Sorcerer's Hat versus the Morocco Pavilion. Can we show the photo of the Sorcerer's Hat, Jake? Can we show that in full for everybody? I just want everyone to remember this. Yeah, there it is. That's the best it looked. All right. It's beautiful. I cried actual tears of joy when I took that photo. That's great. Sabrina, you want to start us off? Morocco with the penis or this ugly ass thing. Which one you want?
I'm gonna go penis.
She's taking the penis, ladies.
The penis. Wow.
She'll take the penis.
Right.
Desi?
I took it sitting down too.
Of all the world
Just gonna leave now. It's just.
Of all the World Showcase countries I've been to in real life, Morocco was the most accurate. So I think it's beautiful with or without the penis. I'm voting Morocco.
That is the sweetest thing a man can hear.
It's been fixed.
You know, I'm obviously going to take Morocco as well because the hat was obstruction. Panda?
Taking the penis stand.
Morocco, penis or no penis? Although I'd prefer the penis, but either.
Who wouldn't? Nick.
So I'm going Sorcerer's Hat. The only real reason is that it's kind of going up against my least favorite looking pavilion. Like it may be accurate, but as far as and I think I like this one up close. It's one of my least favorite, kind of from afar profile type pavilion at Epcot.
That's fair. At a distance, it's not great, right? It's when you get into the alleyways and the market, right?
And I kind of enjoyed the Sorcerer's Hat, so I'm going to give it a vote. It's probably not sticking around, but it's actually close in the wigs, but I'm going Sorcerer Hat.
In fairness, I would take back the Sorcerer's Hat if it means we could go back to whatever was in the park when that ugly-ass thing was standing there.
Right.
That's where I'm at. What?
That's I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, I would, I guess, bring back certain things from that time period. Well, yeah, I would bring that one back, but
Catastrophe Canyon? I would live with Lights Motors Action to have Great Movie right back.
Dang.
That's how desperate I am. Rob, go ahead.
I've always hated that hat. Even when they built it, there was 5 other things in the park that would have made better icons already. It was just unnecessary. It was more of an eyesore for me. In my college program days, I have many a picture in that Morocco pavilion. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous pavilion. I will not say penis with my kids here. Morocco pavilion.
They have
them. Discord. Oh, they picked the hat.
Yeah.
What? No.
Doesn't matter. The hat lost 5-2.
Young people on Discord.
That's why. Like they don't even know a park before that hat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize how much of an improvement just the cement base of the hat is.
I was so happy.
It was a pin store.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
I mean, I loved shopping there, but it was a pin store.
Yeah, we used to, whenever we'd have hurricanes come through, we'd just go like this. It would get taken out. And I had a manager that had to stay overnight in the parks, and he was like, it was this close. It was this close. We're like, oh.
I got one more match in this quadrant. It's going to be the Walt Disney World Swan against the Walt Disney World Railroad Station on Main Street, USA. Piano Rob?
We'll start with me. We already got the dolphin in there, so I'm happy not having the swan. And the other ones, I mean, it's the Walt Disney World Railroad Station. It's gorgeous. Has anybody said iconic yet? I guess we'll say it for the first time.
No, it's the first one.
Railroad Station.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
Railroad Station. Like, I know Desi and I were kind of talking about these in the back, and both of us kind of went, meh, when we were in there and stuff. But I know at least I was thinking, like, from inside the park and, like, walking up there, so it's okay. But from the other side, when you first enter that park, that is, I mean, how many pictures are taken there?
See,
that is what you see.
I like the other side with the glass roof. I think it's pretty on both sides.
I mean, it's pretty, but it's not like...
Yeah. Right.
I mean, how many people come inside and turn around and take pictures? You know, of the railroad from...
Yeah, that's fair. How many people take pictures of the back of the castle?
Yeah.
Desi?
If I didn't want the dolphin, I really don't want the swan, so I'm going with the railroad.
I misspoke earlier. It's definitely the inferior one. I'm also going to take the train station Panda.
Train station.
Nick.
So the railroad, and real quick, like part of the reason is like I know this is the Disney World one, but I remember going to Disneyland for the first time. And the day before I was actually going into the park, I wanted to go walk up and see the entrance. And I just remember, because I don't remember the first time I saw the Magic Kingdom one. I was 2 years old. I got chills. I almost cried, like the anticipation, like of just seeing the train station. And I can imagine that's how people feel seeing the Magic Kingdoms for the first time. So it has to move on.
And then if we look in the Wigs Court, they have definitely chosen the train station. That is a 7-0 blowout. Yeah, 7. Are we going to do Super Chats now or after Eric? We've decided that. Want to do them now? Let's take a look at the super chats. Let's see what if anything's going to be swayed. That's not even related, but Keith Warby wrote, Vietnam and strategic withdrawal, love from the UK. Now we're getting into politics, please. Christina L. 999 for the Tokyo Tom Fund. Man, I get about like 3 meals with that in Japan. That's fantastic. Next up. Maryland County Mice 499. We are sending this chat to make the show longer since when the show ends, our vacation ends too. Aww. Oh.
Don't worry, it's going to be a long show.
They might throw you out of the hotel room, though. Kenny Saraki, 999. Happiest of birthdays to my March Pisces bro, Robert Piano. Hopefully I'll see you at church or boathouse during springtime race weekend. If nothing else, keep tickling those keys like a boss.
Thank you, thank you.
I think he only tickles the keys on his OnlyFans account.
Goofy Guy 999, happiest birthday to my wife Tracy, who's at home watching this crazy show while I'm here in the studio.
Happy birthday,
You think
Tracy.
she's watching? Jesus. Melissa Williams, Canadian 699, happy birthday, Piano Rob. Hopefully a request show soon. If I can request today, it would be Dancing in the Moonlight from Muppets Haunted Mansion.
We'll do it next commercial break.
Okay. So in like 2 hours. Elon Smith 199. Tom is so quick-witted and funny. Conan level. That's very kind, very sweet, and very wrong. But that's sweet. WW Mickey, $10 for the Treehouse. I don't even have the scores in front of me, so I don't know if that does anything.
My pen doesn't work, so.
I have no idea.
Treehouse bumps it up. I don't. It's.
Have you been keeping score? I've been punching it on this key, but I have no idea.
Because I think that was a 5-2. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still the other direction.
So what is it? $10.
Yeah, I think it's still the Dolphin at this point.
If we don't agree
Yeah, I
with it,
can
we
see
can always
it.
refund them.
Is that what does that
It
do
is
with
still the Dolphin.
It's still the Dolphin. Matthew Taylor, $10. Sorry, panel. Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yes. All right.
That's another point for the Treehouse. Okay. Michelle E999, Muppet Vision inside with new seats. You all better not dare. Turdy 999, Muppet Vision 3D. Red Panda Daddy, $20. You know this person?
No, maybe.
Why don't you have the last thing Jim
Maybe I
Henson ever
want to.
worked on? Other is an old dino. He didn't make the building. Muppet Vision for the win.
There's 2.
Thank you. There's 2 for
good.
Gertie. Thank you.
Okay.
2 more for Gertie.
Shoot.
Thank you, Katie.
Oh, your pen didn't work?
There's another one for Muppets.
You can see me screw.
They're fighting.
Another one for Muppets.
It doesn't work.
Sorts of I'll take your money, but why? Save Gertie $40.
Wow.
You can almost buy one.
Should they get one for every $10?
The ladies always seem to be excited to go to Morocco. Must be the shawarma at the Tangerine Cafe.
Shawarma legitimately
Don't even
is my
have that.
favorite food.
Jason Champagne.
Yeah.
Red Panda Daddy, $50. Knock Gertie off the table. I'm the Walrus 23. I bought the plush, so I'm voting Gertie.
All right.
This is already, it never gets this violent this early, but wow.
Round 1.
Remember when everyone's like, will anyone be into the buildings? I don't know. Will people be excited? There more? Is that it?
No, there's more.
There's more.
I'm seeing them pop up.
Wow.
JC Bobbitt, Gertie for life. There you go. Michelle E, $9.99. I'm sorry, Tom, but I like litter. Allie cried. The first time I entered Muppets. The first time I entered Muppets. That's one for Muppets.
Oh, no comment.
Oh boy.
Sorry, everything's breaking again. You guys have chatted so much, it broke the system, I think. We're trying.
I kind of feel
Muppet 3D, Red Pin Daddy, another 2.
I kind of feel bad about. I kind of feel bad about
gravy.
voting for the Muppets now.
What is the score in real time?
We have
Do
no idea. We'll find out.
Oh, I know.
Eric knows, but we're going to find out in a minute.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
There's still more. Come on, maybe if you're blowing it.
Well, again, that's Rob's only fan.
And the Morocco.
I need everyone in the studio to believe.
In the Muppets?
Clap.
It's on the TV next to me.
Everybody clap.
Is it? The 24 is the current total. It's still moving.
Oh my gosh.
They're still going. It's 25 to 24 now?
There's 6 that we haven't even read yet.
Don't think you get another 50? Is that right?
Yeah.
Now O'Gurley's at 34 now.
Oh.
There's another 20 for Muppet. What is this score? Is this a basketball game?
I don't know what's going on.
I need Sam Fritz
Another
to tell
50
me.
for Muppets?
I want ice cream so bad right now.
Wow. This is insane.
Tune in, Lounger.
My God.
I suddenly didn't get enough birthday super chats.
Look at this go. Look at this go. This is insane. More, 100. Rosita with 100 for
Wow.
Is that? I don't think that even can keep up anymore, can it?
Rosita doesn't play.
I don't even know if that's working anymore.
That's why they call her the queen.
Oh.
They're doing this manually now. Then Muppets was ahead.
That's what she said.
We have no idea where we're at. I'm lost. Is that actually up to date? So that's live now. Muppets is up by 1. Are there more super chats at all?
I think that's the last right now.
No.
Red Panda.
Wait, there's one. Yeah.
Whoa.
There's one more. We're up to date.
Just let me know, I'm going to tie it. I will tie it if it doesn't.
I mean, you might want to tie it now because I'll have to close it in like 3 seconds. They're yelling at me to close it, but I'm waiting to hear that we've got them all.
There's more coming in.
Oh, come on! Son of a bitch!
Joe, language. This is a family show. I see more coming in. Is there another Gettinge? That's for Gertie, I assume. Gettinge.
I don't know.
Good spelling, Joe. Gettinge. There's another one for Gertie for 100. Is that right? Yes. What is happening?
Whoa.
I guess I'm not coming back from Japan.
I want somebody to fight over me this much.
Then you should serve ice cream from your stomach.
Does it have to be frozen?
Are we done yet? I don't even know.
Sabrina, what do you serve out of your stomach?
She used to serve milk.
There's a little higher up in the stomach. Both kids were served out of my stomach. No, they were C-section babies.
Before I vomit, are we caught up?
No.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Going once, going twice.
Another one came. It came.
Holy crap! I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Somebody's gonna be mad at the end of this.
Is that another Muppet 100?
I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. I'm your ice cream man. Baby, stop me when I'm passing by.
Rosita just came back from a cruise.
I need to call it.
He doesn't want to call it
We
when
have a space
Muppets
next
are
room
up.
we gotta pay for. We need shelves.
If one of these get eliminated the next round next week, this is gonna be.
So are we actually? I will end it if nothing's come
There
in.
hasn't been another new one yet. I'm watching it.
No, so go. I'm going to do the same thing I was doing before. The going once, going twice, sold. Here we go.
Okay.
Going once, going twice, closed. Done. That's it. So it was for Muppets anyway.
Okay.
So that's it. Muppets
That's it.
wins.
There's another super chat, $50.
Wow. You all voted for a warehouse.
And a net full of Jell-O.
That's your next blush.
I ain't mad about it.
Is the Jell-O, the net full of Jell-O is the
net
next
full
blush?
of Jell-O.
Okay.
It
Eric,
was always
please,
my go-to.
please take it
Fun
away,
fact.
please.
I feel bad about.
Well, I have to
Well, it
say
would've only
that
been- it
was
would've
electrifying.
One.
Maybe
No,
the highest
54.
scoring
Somebody came
contest
through with
in
another
history, 54 to 47, with Muppet Vision 3D being flipped by the audience. So,
54 to 40. Holy
what a
crap.
great moment to be part of. There were some great moments in the debate. I know I was interested in Sabrina's take that the interesting thing about the Team Disney building was that you could go in it.
Yep.
And then I think she also, I like to think she's going to the bank, like she said Partners is in there, and they're like,
Yeah.
why are you going, why would you like to come in? She's like, there's a giant sundial, and I don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
Can I please check the time? I mean, my bank had a giant clock out front, but.
Spent a lot of time in there.
Conan level or Conan level, the audience wants to know who they were talking about.
Conan.
And then, of course, we have our first big debate, which is if the attachments to the building count. And I think that depends if it's inside or outside, but I'm not sure. There was a balloon on the outside that was the whole reason that building was in this competition. That is no longer there, but the things that are hanging inside don't count. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is going great. Hey, Gelatoni, can I drop something? Can you get that for me?
What?
Hey, Gelatoni, I dropped something. Can you get that for me?
Oh, he's busy.
What did Gelatoni drop?
Oh my
Thank you, Gelatoni. You've been my favorite co-broadcaster yet.
Hey, Eric, I think we have an update.
What is that update?
I have the update on my screen.
That Gertie has now taken the lead, even though it was over?
It was not closed. It came in. We're 59-54 for Gertie.
Are we just going to leave this open all night? Let's just leave it open all night.
You want to leave Gertie?
No, it's closed now, but that was it. That came in.
Oh, that's convenient. Okay.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
I don't know about that.
Rigged.
All right.
It came in. You saw it come in.
So
what do you guys want me to do?
Of course, this took place in Florida.
What, we're gonna not honor that? Come on.
No, but I'm saying the other people didn't have a chance to retaliate against that because they thought it was closed.
There's
Also, there is a delay when Tom says, like, there's like maybe a studio delay.
I'm just saying, I think some of the people would have retaliated if they knew those were in there already, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He thinks more votes for Muppets would be.
I guess
right?
you
I mean,
can't know
that's
what the
the
last
problem.
is going to be.
I think if situation
We don't make the
was
rules
switched,
here. We don't have any
we wouldn't
rules
You
have
can
here.
flipped
certainly
it.
eliminate Gertie in the next round if you're that adamant about it. So.
Oh, it's not. I guess we'll see
It's
what
not
happens.
about being against Gertie. It's being for Muppets. I have
think
nothing
you're
against Gertie.
No, if you read the Wigs chord, I saw them plotting. I read the Wigs chord. I know. Tom's gonna force Gertie.
I mean, there are a lot of buildings in the world that look just like that. Anyway, we have another round coming up. This is the, what architect is this one named after, Tom?
I don't have it in front of me.
Named after an architect. Penelope Architect, a very good bourbon. We have the next round coming up. The first matchup is going to be the Floating Mountains of Pandora versus the Great Ceremonial House at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. After that, we'll have the number 10 seed Hall of Presidents against the 7 seed, the main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Number 6 seed, their Mission Space, going up against the Crystal Palace Old versus new, modern versus classic. Restaurantosaurus will be going up against the Earful Tower. Journey into Imagination is going to be going up against Be Our Guest Restaurant. Hold on a second. I'm having a technical problem. All right. The main building at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa will be going up against Big Thunder Mountain. And the main building of Port Orleans Riverside against Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, there's one more. Planet Hollywood against the Tree of Life. We'll go back down under the rotunda where it's buzzing with anticipation. Take it away, Tom.
There's a lot of anger in this crowd, I can feel.
I mean, there is every night, to be
That's
fair.
how supervillains are created.
I've already existed.
Got a room full of them now. That's great.
Do I have to hit next match, Jake? Yes. Okay. Nope, we're ahead one now.
Okay.
Is that actually the next one? Did we skip one?
We skipped.
one.
No, that's
the next one.
That's the wrong side. Oh, there it goes.
It should be Polynesian. And
Now we got
Pandora.
it. All right. Yeah, the Hallelujah Mountains or the Floating Mountains of Pandora against the Great Ceremonial House. Rob.
Start with me. They're both beautiful for their own reasons, but those floating mountains, the way they're built to look like floating mountains, is unbelievable. And that, especially at night, that whole area is absolutely gorgeous. Pandora.
Sabrina.
This one's tricky for me. I love the entire aesthetic of the Polynesian. You walk in that ceremonial house. I guess, are we talking new ceremonial house or are we talking old ceremonial?
You can have the old one with the musty smell.
Well, with the fountain in the middle, you had that.
If you sit in those chairs in the museum and close your eyes, it's like you're there.
But I mean, it's a floating mountain. It's a floating mountain. So, as much as I love the Polynesian,
it is just like kind of a rectangular building.
Yeah, I mean, the architecture of it is very cool. You know, and you've got the cross beams. It's gorgeous. It's a very pretty.
Yeah.
But it's a floating mountain, so I'm going with Pandora.
Desi.
I have a special place in my heart for Polynesian architecture. So I'm going to go with the Great Ceremonial House. Also, it looks great all the way around. I've seen the backside of the mountains, and they aren't as impressive.
That's not the structure. That's the building for the ride. The mountains.
I've seen the backside of water.
But you can take it.
And the backside of Taft.
Wow. Panda.
If the original fountain waterfall was in the Poly, I'd pick it. It is not, so I'm going with the Mountains of Pandora. Saw them at night. They were really gorgeous.
Yeah.
With the waterfall, it's great.
Nick?
Yeah, this is the hardest one so far for me.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, it's kind of like a wow factor versus nostalgia.
Yeah.
I still don't know. Gosh. I'm going to go... The mountains have to move on. The mountains. I'm going to have to go mountains.
You know, everyone's mentioned them at night. I like them at sunrise. I think it's even more magical when the sunrise is in that land. It's an incredible feat. The mountains are just, I love the Great Ceremonial House, but the mountains are one of the greatest architectural feats in any theme.
Tom, you're assuming I've seen anything in the parks at sunrise.
Right?
I know. Who gets there that early?
Anyway. Looks like, are they tied again in the... Eric, you're the tiebreaker. Not that it really matters, but go ahead.
I keep forgetting that I'm a Leagues member.
All right, well, it's my turn, Tony, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the Floating Mountains of Pandora.
6-1.
I think the Leagues picked the ceremonial house.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say, somebody says nostalgia means nothing. This is architecture. I think that's ridiculous. I think architecture evokes all kinds
Makes
of
you feel things, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look at like Gertie and Muppet Vision. Neither of those are the most profound buildings ever made, but I think it's what they evoke
Yeah.
from people. Yeah. The next matchup, the Hall of Presidents against the main building of Wilderness Lodge. Nick, I feel like I got to start with you for this.
Oh, I mean, as much as I love...
You love both of these.
The colonial style there in Hall of Presidents. I mean, nothing beats that Wilderness Lodge. I mean, I just love that, from afar it looks like a bear, with the claws and the face and everything. Yeah. That is just so incredible. And I mean, I don't know, I'm guessing we're not counting the rock work around it and everything, or are we?
It's not connected to the building, but I think the building's it makes a strong enough case to begin with.
It doesn't even matter.
There's a river coming out of it.
There is. The river coming in and out of it. I mean, it is the most beautiful resort to just walk around and hang out at, so no doubt that has my vote. Yeah.
Panda?
Going with Wilderness Lodge all the way.
It's so good.
Yeah, same here. I think they broke the mold when they built that one. Desi?
I don't understand why Wilderness Lodge is a 7 seed. I think it should have been higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilderness Lodge.
They got
We certainly have lots of time to argue this. Sabrina?
Wilderness Lodge. I mean, it's so impressive that a woman was so awed by it that she went downstairs while driving.
Wow!
She was so in awe.
Wilderness Lodge.
And Lodge definitely won in the wig score. That is a 7.
Yeah,
7. Yeah, 7-0 blowout. Next match.
Somebody's going to super chat $700.
For the Hall of Presidents? It won very bigly. All right. Next up, Mission Space against the Crystal Palace. Desi.
I don't love either one. I mean, I guess Crystal Palace just for nostalgia purposes.
Sabrina.
Is this where we bring Muppets back in?
I would vote for the Muppets over either one of these.
Well, that's not the matchup.
I don't...
You don't have to like it. You just have to pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Crystal Palace. It won.
Rob?
Crystal Palace.
Panda.
Crystal Palace, 100%.
Nick?
I love the Mission Space building. I love the planets. I love the look of that building. I'm giving it a vote here.
Wow.
I agree with Nick. I think it's a gorgeous facade. I think it's the only thing that thing has going for it. But I think the Crystal Palace is a gorgeous building. I love it.
Who
So I'm
seeded
going
these?
Crystal Palace.
This got a 6 seed?
Would you?
And
please?
Wilderness Lodge got 7?
Don't worry about it. It doesn't actually matter. All right. And Crystal Palace won in the Whigs court as well. 6-1 win for the Crystal Palace. Moving on to the next match. It's going to be Restaurantosaurus versus the Earful Tower. Oh, boy. I'm going to start us off because I love both of these very much. I think the Restaurantosaurus facade does not get enough love. There's a lot going on there. There's the lounge facade, which is the tent that's been built on the side. There's the trailer that's like attached onto the side of the building that you could actually dine in from inside. There's just the whole design and the storytelling that's in the architecture of that building is fantastic. The interior is beautiful too. And then you have the Earful Tower, which was incredibly iconic, until they decided that, oh no, you can see all this other crap you're not supposed to see from Slinky Dog Dash, but this is the problem. The green shed's okay, but God forbid the Earful Tower be there. So out of spite for Toy Story Land, purely, I'm going to pick the Earful Tower. Rob.
Easily, I'm going Earful Tower. I'm still sad that it's not there. They also put the huge Santa hat on that thing every Christmas. A much bigger Santa hat than goes on Gertie, just so we know.
It's true. It's not wrong.
Well, we're talking erections here, so I figured the bigger the better.
Wow.
That's what the whole tournament's about. Earful Tower.
Sabrina.
Earful Tower.
Desi.
He had me at erection.
Again.
Please stop.
Who seeded these but Earful Tower?
Panda.
Earful Tower.
Nick.
If I was going purely out of architecture and theme and story, I'd vote Restaurantosaurus, but like Eiffel Tower evokes that nostalgia and that memory and that feeling, and I have to vote for it here.
And the Whigs agree. It's a 7-0 blowout. Yeah, 7 for the Eiffel Tower. Next matchup, the Crystal Pyramids of the Journey into Imagination against the Be Our Guest Restaurant. Panda, you want to start us off?
Yeah, the Be Our Guest Restaurant, the castle never, I don't feel it. I don't feel the forced perspective at all, especially when a crow lands on it.
And you go in the rock, right? And so the perspective's ruined once you're there. You're like, I'm not going in that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going with Journey into Imagination. I think it's more unique and original.
Nick.
Pyramids.
The Crystal Pyramids. Desi?
I mean, if we're taking the interior into account, I think that the Be Our Guest interior is gorgeous, and I'm not in love with what's on the interior of Journey into Imagination right now. So
We could take the good version, though. It doesn't have to be the current. This is all time.
I know it's not going to win, but I'm going to vote Be Our Guest because I'm still upset it got knocked out for the counter service back in the day.
It deserves it at this point, though. The food there got gross.
Well, it's not counter service anymore. Anyway.
No, but the food, it could be, and it'd still be bad at this point. Sabrina?
Journey. It's just, it's colorful. The pyramids are awesome.
Yeah. Rob?
It's a pretty
And
building.
as far as interior goes, it's also great in Journey into Imagination to see out those windows up top, which is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Journey into Imagination.
Our God is a purple God. I'm also taking that, and I am sure the Whigs are as well. And those 4 Whigs who voted against it, we will find you.
So it's 6-1.
The non-believer, 6-1, yep. Next match. It's going to be the main building of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa against Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Nick.
Oh, me. I'm going Big Thunder. I mean, there's too much going on in that area to not vote for it. I love the silhouette of that mountain.
The Native American face?
No.
You don't know about that?
No.
It's a big offensive Native American stereotype at the top of the mountain.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay, should we not be voting
You
for
can
it?
kind of see it. Jake, you want to go? You want to put this?
Don't let them change.
Put the Big Thunder
They're
image
not
full. I think
changing
I could do
it,
it probably. See the?
I don't.
I don't know if they're going to see this at home.
never know.
But see this lump right there?
I'm right here.
So this is the headdress, right? No, that's Cinderella Castle.
They're remarkably similar.
What happened? Huh? We're fixing it. So see, this is the headdress.
Those mixed up.
Where's
The feathers.
I'm so
These are the eyes. The eyes are sunken in.
I don't,
And then this is what would be stereotypical depiction Native American, the big nose.
Did you take an
right?
edible?
And there it is. No, there's a real thing
I don't see none of
which
that.
establishes the curse. There's a curse on the gold in Big Thunder because it's Native American land. Anyway, never mind.
Now I gotta be scared to ride it. There's a curse.
That's why the trains run without a conductor. This is the real backstory. Anyway. Who went already?
I'm going to keep my vote. I mean, the Grand Floridian.
I just wanted to point it out.
But yes.
Panda?
Yeah, I think this is a hard one, but I've seen Big Thunder from a drone from up above, and it's an amazing thing with the thing and the thing. Big Thunder with the curse.
I agree. I mean, in the infancy of computers, right?
We're all going to get cursed for voting.
It's a pretty amazing thing they did. Desi?
Having been to Paris, this is not my favorite Big Thunder, so I'm going with the Grand Floridian.
Oh. Sabrina?
Big Thunder. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Rob?
This is harder than you would think because the Grand is it's beautiful.
That
It's
lobby's gorgeous.
in a lot of ways. And yes, and externally and internally, that lobby's amazing. But this is where you get tugged at the heartstrings a little. I'm going to go with Big Thunder too. I mean, it's one of the best rides there.
The
Whigs
Grand I
definitely
like
went
from afar better than up close, honestly. Like I like seeing it
From
when
the
I'm on the
riverboat?
boat or on the monorail.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So 6-1 for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Or actually, really just Big Thunder Mountain, the structure. Our next matchup is going to be the main building of Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside, against Pirates of the Caribbean. Rob, you want to start us off?
Pirates is one of the areas where they really did the whole thing up nice. You are transported from the second you see that whole facade, and you go through all the little tunnels, the pirate stuff inside. I think that's much more specific. I like the Pirates. I'm picking Pirates.
Sabrina.
I'm slightly torn because on the inside of Port Orleans Resort over there, in the merchandise area, they still have the old school, like Big Fig, like the Mickey, the Goofy's falling off a ladder.
Their decor, though.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, but if we were going just off like the outside of the buildings, like Pirates would not win it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the inside, it obviously not counting the animatronics in there.
The rest of the inside of Riverside is amazing, right? There's I don't know how many people know the backstory, but the check-in area is supposed to be like you're checking in for your riverboat, for your ferry boat or whatever, ferry boat cruise. And then there's the lounge, which is supposed to be, again, like the real lounge you'd wait in for the boat to arrive. Then Boat Rights is where they're building boats.
I was going to say, Boat Rights is gorgeous. They've got the giant wheel over there. I mean, it's...
The water wheel on the outside of the building of Riverside Mill. And well, what are you picking?
I'm going to go Riverside.
Okay. Desi?
I came prepared to say Riverside, but only thinking about the outside. But then Rob reminded me about all the tunnels and the cool stuff on the inside of Pirates, so I'll go with Pirates.
For all the reasons I already said, I'm going to go Riverside. I love the Pirates building, but Riverside, that whole building is magnificent. I love it. Panda?
Port Orleans all the way.
Nick?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to vote for some attractions over my favorite resorts, and Port Orleans Riverside is one of my favorites. Like we said, from both sides, like it's beautiful approaching it from the outside. When you get on the inside, you're kind of in that town, that port, whatever you want to call it, with the big wagon, or not the water wheel.
Think about coming from the pool, like even coming from out
that's
back, right? You cross that
honestly.
bridge in this big, beautiful building.
Absolute best part. The profile it creates, I think, is a more magnificent profile than the Pirates building.
Which is really just the clock tower's the thing people think.
Yeah, I get the inside, I get that, but this is beautiful inside and out, so we'll take it. Riverside.
The Whigs Court voted for Pirates, but that's a squeaker 4-3 for Port Orleans.
For now.
All right, and now it's time for, oh boy, this is a tough one. Planet Hollywood. Now we are going with this version, not the pool cover. We're going with the original version with the planet and the UFO and all of that, the interesting one. And we're going to go against the Tree of Life at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Sabrina.
Tree of Life.
Desi.
Tree of Life.
Rob.
Tree of Life.
My voting counter can't even keep up. Nick.
The tree.
Panda.
Tree of Life.
Yeah, I think. I like old weird Planet Hollywood, but I have to go with the Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life definitely won in the Discord as well, so that's going to be a
Who voted Planet
7-0 blowout. There we go. It finally caught up. That was the quickest match. Shut up, Joe. All right, Eric, I think it's time to head your way, right? Or is there one more? No, that's all right. One more.
Or do you want
Go
to do
ahead,
super
Eric.
chats first?
Oh, we want to do the super chat? Well, there goes. My favorite thing about the transition is it doesn't transition. Hit that again? Can I see that again? No. Flip. It's beautiful. Do we have super chats at all? All right, let's see them. No, that's over now. Okay, there we go. No, we're still behind on these.
Nope.
We are way behind. I thought we added all these.
There you go.
Yeah.
Please
Ceremonial
don't even
house.
dare. All right, that Disney fan, $4.99. Well, okay, we skipped that one. Mikey, cheers, 99 Ceremonial House. Bring back the Sorig of Aloha.
Spirit.
I know, but it's up to.
They have Joe's keyboard.
Well, I'm not reading that. Next. Alex Arndondo, $20 for the Hall of Presidents. Mikey, cheers. 99, whatever happened to Rosita, Big Thunder Mountain? That is a thing there is a Rosita reference at Big Thunder Mountain. Alex Martinez, $9.99. I know it's not going to win, but Riverside is still my favorite resort on prop, let alone how pretty that building is. Plus, there's memories of stepping on Pop-Tarts there.
Yeah, we've all done it.
But it did win.
I don't know. There more? Jeremy Hunter, $5. Any chance P-Rob, the new one, P-Rob, can give us a rendition of Luther Vandross's One Shining Moment at the end of the tourney?
I never learned it, but I'll look at it this week. We'll see.
One more, I think. The system is fighting us tonight. Come on. Come on. No? Is that it? I think that's it. So let's send it to Eric.
Those memories of stepping on a Pop-Tart. I think Jimmy Buffett used to sing about that, right? All right, that was an exciting round. We obviously had a lot of favorites that are through to the next round. And there were no major developments, thank God. We had the Floating Mountains, easy victory. Hall of Presidents goes down in a tough defeat to the main building of the Wilderness Lodge. Crystal Palace with a upset over Mission Space. Restaurantosaurus got shut out by the Eiffel Tower. Journey into Imagination, strong victory over Be Our Guest. The racist Big Thunder Mountain beats the main building at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Port Orleans Riverside beats Pirates of the Caribbean. Planet Hollywood goes down to the Tree of Life. And them's the breaks, folks. Speaking of breaks, we'll be right back after these quick messages.
Up everything.
It's been J-Pack all along.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been J-Pack all along.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal. He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness. That you haven't even noticed, and a pity is It's too late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to J-Pack, naughty J-Pack.
It's been J-Pack all along. And I killed the great movie ride.
We get it almost every night when the moon is big and bright. It's a supernatural delight, and everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep it tight. Well, everybody was dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody is feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun, we never fight. You can't dance and stay uptight. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine, natural sight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. We get it almost every night. But when that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Yeah, everybody is dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody is feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine, natural sight, and everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Could have be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair. I'm gonna be the main event like no king was before. I'm rushing up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my roar. Well, thus far a rather uninspiring thing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody look left, and everybody look right, and everywhere you look I'm standing spotlight. And every creature go from broke and sing. We'll hear it in the herd and on the wing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Well, 16 buildings are celebrating their advancement to the next round, while another 16 are wiping away their tears. We are now going to the third round, named after an unknown architect, this group. We're the first matchup. We will have the Chinese Theater from Disney's Hollywood Studios, or MGM, depending on which team you're on, against St. Mark's Square Tower in Italy Pavilion, Epcot. The Millennium Falcon against the Empress Lily. Here's a big one. The number 5 seed Mexico Pavilion going against the American Adventure.
Fight another culture.
Yeah, we need, yeah. Morimoto Asia / Mannequins is, hold on. So we were specifically told that it was only one version of Planet Hollywood. But a few hundred feet down the street, we have lumped Morimoto Asia and Mannequins into being the same
Because a lot
building.
of it is still mannequins.
But like the building at Planet Hollywood is mostly the building at Planet Hollywood.
No.
Oh boy. Here we go.
It's 11:30. Keep going.
All right, that one's going against the main tower of Disney's Contemporary Resort, the only entrant this year that was named by a magazine as the ugliest structure in the state of Florida. The Haunted Mansion is a 3 seed going against the Universe of Energy. A lot of you don't know this from the air. It is square. I just like to have the fun facts available in case people want them.
Oh, my goodness.
The Wonders of Life will be going against Catastrophe Canyon. Jumbo House at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge going against Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. And finally, finishing this round will be the Hotel du Canada in the Canada Pavilion against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Let's go back under the rotunda where I'm sure everyone's very excited.
I am. Excited.
Should we get started?
Yes.
Should I hit next match? Are we ready? Yeah, you got it. Okay. Chinese Theater against the St. Mark's Square Tower. Nick.
Chinese Theater. I mean, I guess they're both recreations of real places,
They
right? I mean, the Chinese Theater is just a little bit more impressive and dramatic there. So, I'm going
Panda.
for it.
It was a really hard one for me, actually. Chinese Theater, even though I really want to pick Italy.
Yeah.
But the theater.
Desi?
These are both based on real places, but only one of them, the real place, became based on one of these. Because when they had to do some reconstruction to the Chinese Theater in LA, they used the blueprints from the one here. So, Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
Sabrina?
Chinese Theater.
Rob?
Definitely the Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, this hasn't been announced yet, but most likely, knock on wood, we're going to have the architect who made this building at Stage 89. But anyway, nonetheless.
Is this bracket named after him?
No.
Oh.
Brock Thompson? I don't have my phone with, I forget his name. But I have a phone call with him tomorrow. Anyway. So 6-0, and I'm sure, the Whigs have also voted for the Chinese Theater. 7-0 for the Chinese Theater.
Can we also try to get the architect of the St. Mark's Square Tower?
I'll try my best. Try my best. The next matchup is going to be the Millennium Falcon against the Empress Lily.
This is
Two
so
of the
good.
most famous vessels to ever
This is
make
so
the Kessel
good.
run in less than 12
I was
parsecs.
going to say, only one can make the run.
Piano Rob, go ahead.
Thank you for giving me this one first, but Desi's gonna be mad at me, but I'm gonna pick the Empress Lily.
Yeah.
I am not a big fan of the architecture around where the Falcon is. Like I love the Falcon.
Well, this
as
is
a
just the Falcon.
Just
It's
the
its own
Falcon.
structure.
Yeah, and I love it as a ship in general, but I think they could have done more with that area. I'm going with Empress Lily.
Sabrina.
Because I'm sitting in close proximity, I'm going Millennium Falcon.
I feel like they could have done better with the area around the Empress Lily. That water. That water
Having
is.
eaten a Terralina, I agree.
Which version of the Empress Lily is this?
The actual Empress Lily, not what they did to it after.
Yeah.
That water is disgusting. Millennium Falcon.
Panda.
Falcon.
Nick.
Millennium.
I am absolutely picking the Empress Lily. I don't care about the static spaceship. It doesn't do anything for me. But obviously the Whigs still
It's a
agree.
static boat.
Yeah, but you go in it. I don't
You
get
go
to
in the Falcon.
Do you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is Han Solo in it?
When
Lily was here.
Lily was there. I know.
they have Chewie inside, like the cockpit.
At the media event.
Yeah.
But that's when we weren't allowed at those. Well, the Whigs also picked. That was before I sold out. The Whigs also picked. Yeah, we've been so child-friendly and positive about the Walt Disney Company tonight, man. We've really changed. 5-2, that's going to be for the Millennium Falcon. Next matchup. The Mexico Pavilion against the American Adventure. Let's offend people, Nick.
Thank you for allowing me to offend people first. I'm going to offend all Americans by voting for the Mexico Pavilion. I mean, it's just a more dramatic structure, let's face it. It really is. And it's cooler inside. I love the rotunda inside the actual rotunda, not like ours, inside the American Adventure. I don't know. The Voices of Liberty wouldn't be too happy with the acoustics in our rotunda. So.
Rotunda?
Rotunda?
It's very cold.
Anyway, the pyramid, the Mexican.
I have yet to see a drunk person try to climb the American Adventure. So I'm picking Mexico because it's
Challenge
interesting.
accepted. Let's do it.
Things can happen there.
That's right.
I'll take Mexico too. Desi?
Both inside and out, Mexico.
Yeah. Sabrina?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Rob?
I feel bad. The American Adventure got nothing, but I was going to go Mexico too. Mexico.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Whigs all agreed. It's a 7-0 blowout for the Mexico Pavilion. Yeah, 7. Next matchup. Morimoto Asia or Mannequins against the main tower of Disney's Contemporary Resort. Panda?
I still love that A-frame. I think it's amazing. I love it. So I'm going with Contemporary.
Nick?
Yeah, it's not even a consideration for me. I mean, that's just not even close. The Contemporary.
You know, I just want to say in defense of Morimoto Asia, I think they did a nice job updating that building.
Sure.
It's
Yes.
pretty. And it's based on, I forget the market in Vancouver. That's the real world inspiration, but it looks just like it. Granville Island, thank you. But, I mean, come on. As Bob Hope once said, I think this is where the Goodyear blimp goes during mating season. So I'm picking the Contemporary.
If this was food, Morimoto would blow Chef Mickey out of the water, but we're
Well,
going.
so would my microwave.
But we're going architecture, so Contemporary.
Sabrina.
Contemporary.
Rob?
I'm going to throw one at Morimoto. I think that place has a great backstory in there with the
I do
Springs
love it.
Bottling
Bottling
Company.
Company, That glass entry.
Yeah,
is
the glass entry is
beautiful.
beautiful on the inside. I didn't think it was going to win, but Morimoto.
They did a really nice. It's one of the few things at Disney Springs where I'm like, you took an existing building and it really is much better now than it was. But the Whigs have agreed with the Contemporary. It's going to be 6-1 for the main building of the Contemporary Resort. Our next matchup is going to be the Haunted Mansion against my lovely square, the Universe of Energy. I'm gonna go first here, and I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna blow up the Universe Energy. Well, they did that, but so the reason the square thing is interesting is because if you walked up to this building from the front, you would not understand that this makes up part of the shape, right? This separate structure that's out front is then part of the shape. You have the roof line, the solar panels, these pillars. It's a gorgeous structure, right? I just need that to be said. I know it's going to end up getting eliminated here, but I personally, like, Haunted Mansion is cool. It's a creepy house. It's well designed. It functions, right? But I love that Universe Energy building. I'm not letting it go down without a fight. Nick?
So you're saying it's a perfect square from above?
It is with the fountain feature. If you looked from the sky, even though this is separated, it was just a big old square. It's not, but you can still vote for the structure.
I mean, that's tempting. Can we see a view of the Haunted Mansion from above? I want to know what shape it makes.
I don't think from above. We just have that.
There
All
are
right,
chess pieces
well,
on
even just with that dumb picture, I'm going to say Haunted Mansion.
Okay. Panda?
Haunted Mansion. I've stared at it for a long time. I've never stared at Universal Energy.
I've stared at Universal.
Well, because you can't, because of the reflection from the solar panels that would blind you.
Desi?
Haunted Mansion.
Sabrina?
Haunted Mansion.
You know. Rob?
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to think. I think Haunted Mansion might be my favorite structure at Magic Kingdom. I'm trying to think if anything's better than that. I'm going Haunted Mansion.
All right. And it definitely won in Discord, so that's 6-1 for the mansion. All right. Next matchup, we're going more Epcot. We've got the Wonders of Life against Catastrophe Canyon. Both of these born in 1989, so Nick's interested.
I am.
Wait, no, it's too old for you. Never mind. Rob, go ahead.
Catastrophe Canyon is one of my favorite places in Walt Disney World history, and this is one of those things that everything in that canyon is part of the structure. It's part of it. The tanker truck was lifted up with a crane over there. They got all the air cannons and stuff on the back of it, all the special effects. the shaker tables. It's all part of one thing. That thing was an experience. Catastrophe Canyon.
Sabrina.
Catastrophe Canyon.
Desi.
Catastrophe Canyon.
You know, and the fact that they did it in 11 months. 11 months. I got to go with Catastrophe Canyon. Panda.
Catastrophe Canyon.
Nick.
Yeah, I mean, even though Wonders of Life from Above is a perfect circle,
it's actually not.
It's probably not.
The little show buildings stick out. Yeah.
Catastrophe Canyon.
Yeah. And it sure won in the Wig scored too. That's a 7-0 blowout for Catastrophe Canyon. It's a good time to plug that Richard Vaughn, who designed and created Catastrophe Canyon, will be at Stage 89, folks.
Ooh.
Yes. Very excited to hear that story about how he rushed that into production in 11 months. It was done.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that our cutoff? How many more matchups we got?
2.
Oh, we got more.
2.
Okay. So next up, Jumbo House at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge against Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. I'll start us off with this one. I love both of these. These are both fantastic. But I would be lying if I didn't say as a child I was fascinated by this tower. I love to go in there, especially at night, and look up in it. And it's so pretty from afar. Thank you. This is so pretty from afar. The rest of the building's great too. But this tower, I love this thing to death. I think it's the best version of the Tiki Room exterior they've done. I love it. I'm going with Tiki Room. Panda?
I do love the Tiki Room, but still to this day, when I walk into Jumbo House, my mouth drops and I look around. So I got to go with Jumbo House.
Nick?
Yeah, I mean, this is one where it's like inside the Jumbo House, outside the Tiki Room, kind of is where I'm at. But I guess, again, I'm going to use that N-word nostalgia. Not the other N-word, sorry. Not N-word. No. Sorry.
Thanks. Good night, everyone.
Move on.
Man, first big thunder than this, man. You're on a roll.
He's gone. That's it. He's gone. So what'd you pick?
Tiki Room.
Okay.
Tiki Room.
Desi.
This is like making me choose between my two children.
But you have a favorite, right?
I would see both of these over some of these other things that have gone through.
Really
oh God, this is so hard.
Yeah.
I gotta go Tiki Room, I think.
Sabrina.
Jumbo House. I mean, even the outside of that structurally.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and so they brought in people from Africa.
I'm sorry.
He has
Nick
not
is-
recovered.
He hasn't
in the last 5
still
minutes.
crying.
He's making me cry.
Breathing? You gotta breathe.
Crying is a C word, right? Can we say the C word?
Crying in baseball.
Oh boy. No crying in March Madness.
There's
no crying in buildings.
I'm starting to wonder what the P stood for when that guy called me P. Rob.
It's on your OnlyFans. Whatever you like.
But I mean, they brought in people from over in Africa that do thatch roofs. That's who they brought in to do that. They did the same thing for Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
They brought them over. They actually had to get special permits for these guys to work because they don't work with shoes on. And people came in and they were like, safety, that you can't do that. And they had more issues with the guys falling off the roofs because they couldn't grip onto things with their feet. And they didn't know what they were, you know what I mean? So they had to actually file a special permit in order for that building to be built.
Yeah. Rob?
I love both of these too. It's a difficult one. I'm gonna go with Tiki Room.
And Tiki Room won in the Discord too. That's surprising. 5-2.
I love them both.
The Tiki Room over Jumbo House.
That was a hard call.
All right. Hotel du Canada against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Two very different types of hotels. I'm promoting. Sabrina, why don't you start us off?
I love Tower of Terror. I do. I love the inside of when you walk in the lobby and the details they did. They actually had people come in to sit down and play a mahjong game and literally stand up and walk away in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like the authenticity that they and the time that they took. Not to say that they may not have done the same thing for Canada, but just it's a lot easier to do Canada, right? Because you can go there, you can visit it, you can copy it. But Tower, like, just the amount
The fact
of...
that didn't exist, right? That's an original creation.
Yeah.
Desi?
Unlike the last round, this one's not even close. Tower of Terror.
Yeah, you know I'm taking Tower. That's 3. Panda?
Just have to preface this with, I just was looking at the Canada building the other day with the flower and garden. It's really gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't feel like forced perspective. It feels like a huge
It feels
building.
huge, yeah.
But I can't compare it to Tower of Terror, which I think looks great. Even down to the little man in the window.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, I mean, this one isn't even close, but I'm also going to favor original architecture over just like copying something that already exists, and so Tower of Terror.
Rob?
Personally, I would like to see something from Studios win this whole tournament, and Tower is at the very top of that list.
Tower's doing or Studios is doing very well, but I mean, we're all swept up in Studios nostalgia right now, right? But yeah, the Wigs agreed, 7-0 for the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Yeah, 7. Eric? Well, actually, do we have Super Chats? Let's see what we got. More for Gertie. Red Panda Daddy, $5. Don't think too much, Eric. There are no rules.
He's mad. He's mad.
Troy McDonald, $5. Hi from Maine. Love Disney. We do too. Matthew Zausch.
Oh, God.
Nick,
No.
do the impression of the shake weight girl. No.
No.
If I
From
knew what
last
it was, I would do it.
What we did last week?
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Is that what that is?
I'll do it. I'll do that for $1.99.
They're easily entertained.
You should see
Find
Nick's
out on Nick's
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. You have to pay to find out, Joe.
You guys should collab.
Which is only one fan.
How do you
For Nick,
know
it's
I haven't
only
been one
You
of the
were asking
friends?
who was the friend.
He's the friend in
Oh,
you.
God. There it is.
Eric,
God.
take it away.
That was
we
an
gave up on the
electrifying
trains.
round. Yet another exciting one. I actually did not know that, Sabrina, about people getting a special permit to not wear shoes. I wonder if one of them was on my flight back from L.A. Tom and I took the red eye back from L.A., and I wake up in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, we're on his flight, and I look next to me, and a guy has his shoes and socks off, and his feet are on the bulkhead. I sent Jake a pic. There we go.
No.
Right there.
This was, you woke up, of course, after he slammed the tray table back into the seat and woke us both up. Yeah.
Yeah, this person cackled, was wearing headphones and cackled incessantly at Curb Your Enthusiasm.
This
which
is an
a funny
overnight
show,
flight.
That was quite a moment. Tom did note we have several contestants still alive from Hollywood Studios. Unfortunately, 2 of them were pitted against each other in a bloodbath earlier today in the first round. But next, we have a number 2 seed in Space Mountain going against the Adventureland Veranda / Skipper Canteen. Then we have Tron Light Cycle Run against Miss Tilly, the shipwreck over there on top of the mountain at Typhoon Lagoon. Is it a mountain? I don't know, a hill. We have Mount Gushmore / Summit Plummet going against the Living Seas. Leaning Palms Restaurant going against Expedition Everest. Horizons against Reflections of China. The Stave Church in Norway against Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. World of Motion against Disney's Boardwalk. Pioneer Hall and Trails End going against Spaceship Earth, which, interesting note, from all directions, whether above, below, or sideways, is circular. Let's take it back to the panelists under the rotunda.
All right. Smart ass. Space Mountain. Oh, no. We're one ahead. Jake, take us back one. I'm sorry. I didn't know you started it. What are you laughing about? Oh, the ticker? Yeah. There's a ticker going at the bottom. You can't see it.
I can't see.
It's worth going back and watching later, I promise
Oh,
you.
DNA test confirmed.
Space Mountain is up against the Adventureland Veranda. Nick?
I mean, as much as I love the Adventureland
Those are the
veranda.
wrong images behind me, but ignore that.
It's obviously absolutely gorgeous, and it's one of my favorite areas of the Magic Kingdom. But when you put it up against Space Mountain, which is an architectural marvel, we have to go Space Mountain. And look, Space Mountain dominates the landscape. It's beautiful.
Panda?
Space Mountain.
I'm going to take Space Mountain because my favorite thing about it is John Hench literally just was like, hey, what if we lean a bunch of pieces of concrete against each other again on a circular thing and you build a mountain, and then 50 years later people are like, canopy and then box? That's why I'm picking Space Mountain. You got it right the first time. Desi?
I love these both, so I'm going to give Adventureland Veranda the pity vote.
Sabrina?
Space Mountain.
Rob?
Yeah, Space Mountain too.
And Space Mountain, and it's a shame because the veranda is a beautiful building all the way to the end of that block. Yeah. It is. But 6-1 for Space Mountain. Oh boy, on to the next match. It's the gorgeous Tron Light Cycle run against the Miss Tilly Shipwreck. Allow me to begin. Tron is hideous. It's a big, stupid tarp in front of the ugliest building that should not be seen. And so I'm picking, and also Typhoon Lagoon is a beautiful park. It's gorgeous. The shipwreck, you ever take the bridge? A lot of people don't even know you can do this, the suspension bridge that you walk over to it. It's gorgeous back there. Please do it. So I'm picking Miss Tilly. Sabrina.
Miss Tilly.
Desi.
I don't think that Tron is as ugly as you make it out to be, but still Miss Tilly.
Panda.
I gotta give it to Tron for the motion with the lights at night. That's the only reason. I think it's pretty.
Nick.
So I agree with Desi. I don't not love the canopy. Now I don't like the building. Like the canopy is just like kind of a dumb distraction from the building, I think. But I mean, Miss Tilly by far.
Rob.
I'm going with Miss Tilly too.
Wow.
And in the Wig score, they have absolutely picked the Miss Tilly. Goodbye, Tron.
Wow.
Miss Tilly.
I would have bet money on that one.
People are dying from the ticker. I can't even keep up anymore. Tron not ugly, but Miss Tilly, said Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Next matchup. We have Mount Gushmore against the Living Sea. Sabrina, I feel like since you spent a good amount of time on top of Mount Gushmore, you should.
Whoa.
You should start us off.
Yes. I'm not a huge, as you said, I spent a lot of time up there. It's a slide, right? It's a slide. It has a slope.
Look at all this mountain.
But then, I know. I'm fully aware.
This is where you were cooked alive, right?
It was at the very top up there. Keep going up.
Up there? I thought the toboggan.
Base Camp 3.
That one was rough, but also just keep going up. You had to, there's 296 steps up the front and 302 up the back side. There's a lot of steps. I know, because I used to climb them, and I just count them, and sometimes pass out. It was great. It was amazing. I have a lot of fond not memories, because I just don't...
Fond not memories.
But you've got the seas, and up until Atlanta, it was the largest indoor, aquarium. So I'm going with the aquarium.
Are most aquariums outdoors?
You ever been to the New York one? It kind of. Is it
really?
A little bit of it, yeah.
I mean, I really like both of these. I'm gonna go Mount Gushmore.
Panda.
Living Seas.
Any reason?
Yeah, the aquarium in it, the spiral outside, the little wave.
Yeah.
I like the building.
Nick?
I was originally going to go Mount Gushmore until I saw the photo
of what it used to look like. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
God, I love that mural so much.
Yeah,
I mean, that is just...
It's under all that crap right now.
I mean, it's a beautiful building, and it really...
The building looks like a wave.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, right? They put
looks like
thought
a
into the
moving
architecture based on what it was supposed to represent. And I'm going Living Seas.
Rob?
This is really very hard because the stuff that's built inside the seas to make those tanks, you have the whole dive chamber. All that is structural. That's not props. That's extra. I mean, you have a whole aquatic ecosystem that survives in there. Yeah. So I think you have to pick. This is rough.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say the Living Seas for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard Beach, just like Typhoon, is no slouch, right? They're both beautiful parks, incredibly well themed. I mean, it's a gorgeous mountain. But that Living Seas building, brilliant in its simplicity, right? There's only so much going on there, but it's so pretty. You can't help but look at it. Your eyes are drawn to that side of the screen. So I got to go with the Seas. And the Whigs agreed 6-1 for the Living Seas.
Oh, wow. It wasn't even close.
No. They've never been to the water park. I'm probably not wrong. I'm telling you, the water parks, I stayed away for a long time. Once you go, you fall in love with them, especially if you love Disney storytelling. They're like the last vestige of a lost art form within theme parks. So we have the Leaning Palms restaurant, which is from Typhoon Lagoon, which kind of just going to be an honorable mention here, I know, because it's up against Everest. So I'm just glad Leaning Palms is here, but go ahead. Piano Rob, start us off.
I'm glad you're starting with me because you're going to... Expedition Everest is the first structure that I can ever think of in Disney history that they don't finish the backside of that structure. And to this day, like you can be at Blizzard Beach, and it's not like Big Thunder where it's a full completed mountain. Yeah. And for that reason, I hope that this does not go that far in this tournament. And I'm actually going to pick the Leaning Palms restaurant because one is finished and one isn't.
Oh.
Seriously, think about it.
Well, we've never seen the back of Leaning Palm.
I don't know what the back of Leaning Palm looks like, in fairness, but
you're right. But
then they did the right job, right? If I can't see it,
should be hidden then, exactly.
Yeah,
that has always bugged me about Everest.
That's fair. Sabrina?
You know?
Oh, no.
I'm going to go with Rob on this one. I'm going to go Leaning Palms. I mean...
I love it. I think it's so cool that the building is leaning.
Yeah.
Everything's askew, right? It's not just the tower.
Intentionally.
Everything is intentionally
and Everest
askew
was left
from the
not
storm.
Finished intentionally.
To be fair, did we not say the same thing about the floating mountains and then we dismissed it?
That's not the mountains. That's the show building for Flight of Passage. They're separate. They're not connected.
All right.
Desi?
I think you're both crazy, Expedition Everest.
I like crazy. I'm going to go with Leaning Palms because I love Typhoon Lagoon. I hate Everest. I think it's the worst e-ticket in the world.
You're ridiculous.
Panda.
Since I was a kid, I have loved Leaning Palms, staring at the building, and been amazed at it. I got to go Leaning Palms.
Wow. Goodness.
Nick.
No, I mean, come on. There's something about Disney building mountains.
There are moments in this facade, right? There are moments of greatness.
Yeah, but it feels like they've done that before.
I also, they have. They definitely have, and most of them deserve to be in there. But, like, look, what I really like is also how picturesque it is from the different angles and how they really thought about the lead up to it and all that. And so... look, come on. I get the back's not finished, but you're not approaching it from there. You're not.
You literally drive past it to enter the park.
I know. I understand.
You can see it a lot of places.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm voting Everest, but yeah, no, I get the votes for. I mean, look, Leaning Palms, it's a beautiful building. I get it.
Yeah.
But there's something about mountains that I'm probably always going to lean towards, and I mean, this is a good one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, this is a good one.
Well, Nick, the Whigs agreed with you, so that's 4-3. But Leaning Palms is leading.
Ridiculous.
See, I think if you would have included like the areas more around, not just like the mountain.
The queue's better than the ride.
Yes, and the shop next to it, the amount of detail that they put into it.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the fact that they stack wood on top of the house, that shows how wealthy the family is or isn't. And that's actually based off of stuff that they went up and learned from the people
The
in that
notches
area.
in the doorway, the good luck thing.
Yeah.
For next year's Q competition, this is going to be great conversation.
Everest might go out in the first round here. Everest is going to the end. Of,
Hey,
if we get
Sabrina,
you.
do you have a lot of wood stacked on top of your house?
No, I have more wood inside.
Yeah, you do.
You got a friend in me. Next matchup. Panda will not be back next week.
No.
Horizons against Reflections of China. Panda, you made a noise. That the rules. You got to go first now.
All right. China's beautiful. They did a great
Wow.
job.
Of course, the Panda was going to pick China.
I mean, it is a gorgeous, especially inside when you look up.
What'd you think?
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
I said, of course, a Panda's going to pick China. What are we
I
doing?
go to China. I'm popular over in China.
You're huge in China.
Huge. They all come up to me for the autograph.
I mean, it's gorgeous inside, right? Same as Tiki Room. Like, they'll look up.
Oh, that ceiling inside
Yeah.
China? Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm gonna separate my love for Horizons and nostalgia here and go for the beauty of that building. I mean, look at that reflection in that pond. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful building. Colorful.
Yeah, but this is a spaceship.
No, it certainly is. It certainly is. But you didn't vote for the other spaceship.
Yeah, but this looks cool, though. This has a good ride in it. The whole family's alive in this ride.
The whole family's alive.
We're not voting based on the attraction.
Yeah. Correct. I mean, the inside. Desi?
If we were voting based on the attraction, I would have picked Horizons, but for architecture, I'm going with Reflections of China.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
China.
Wow. Rob.
Horizons.
Thank you. I just want to comment, like we're talking about just this facade, right? Have you again we should look at the aerial of this building because the fact that they filled it it's this very specific shape and they fit one of the biggest rides they've ever built in this really interesting shape.
It's actually a perfect rectangle when you look at it from above.
It's actually not. But we won't get into this. So what did the chat? Oh, they went for Horizons, man.
I think they're going
it's
by...
is that 4-3 then?
They're going by emotions.
4-3 for China. The Stave Church against Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. Sabrina. Prince Eric's Castle versus the Stave Church.
I don't know.
I don't want to vote for this.
Let's go Prince Eric's Castle. Why not?
Desi.
When my husband had a business trip in Norway, he sent me a picture in front of the real Stave Church, and I've never been more jealous in my life. Stave Church.
I hate real culture, so I'm going to pick Prince Eric's. Beyond that, though, I think this is one of the best facades they've done anywhere. If this was in Disney Sea, it would hold up. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Stave Church is beautiful, but this is one of the best facades they've ever done. The ride may not be great, but the facade is spectacular.
They have a Steamboat Willie hidden Mickey.
It's not connected, but they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panda.
Mermaid.
Nick.
Yeah, again, leaning towards like original verse, replicating something from real life. I'm going to have to go The Little Mermaid. I mean, that thing is amazing. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous area.
All that rock work, yeah. Rob?
I feel the same way Nick does. Journey of the Little Mermaid.
And the Whigs agreed. Mermaid 6-1. The World of Motion versus Disney's Boardwalk. Panda.
World of Motion.
It is a circle.
I loved the little curve that it did before you went in.
The vehicles would go up.
It was great.
It was really cool.
Yeah. And Boardwalk, it's nice, man. No, Motion. World of Motion.
Nick.
Boardwalk is one of my favorite like profiles of a resort, and I think there's not much more beautiful than like sunset, walking around that area, seeing the boardwalk, seeing it lit up.
How about
it is
sunrise?
just much more dramatic and awesome. Now, and I totally get like what they're replicating real life, right? Like, so sometimes I'm gonna, kind of vote against myself there, but I mean,
it's not a specific building, right?
It's not. Yeah. It's a feeling. It's evoking a feeling.
Like Hollywood
it's
Studios,
a time and a place.
It's not the real place, but it's what you think the real place would have looked like.
Yeah, and although the boardwalk, I mean, honestly, the boardwalk is, that whole area is one of my favorites. I mean, sort of just being in that area, but seeing the boardwalk, especially from across the water, and that's like, I'm trying to take into account both seeing it from afar and up close, and that one from afar is just absolutely stunning, and I love taking it in. World of Motion, cool building, I guess, and you have the motion on the outside and everything. But like, I just...
It's a perfect circle if you look from above.
I mean, so is the boardwalk, to be fair, though.
I'm kidding.
Have you ever seen it from above? You haven't, right? I have. Yeah, it's a perfect circle.
So this is the dumbest show.
No, but I mean, look, World of Motion is fine, but it doesn't...
I don't know.
It doesn't give me the feels.
Desi.
I'm going to have to agree with Nick 100%. Just architecturally, I love the look of the boardwalk.
Sabrina.
Boardwalk.
Rob.
You guys may find this hard to believe, but I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the boardwalk.
Yeah, it might be. It is connected to this building.
So that plus nostalgia, it's kind of easy for me to pick World of Motion.
I am also going to pick the World of Motion because I think this is timeless. This is a timeless, but like this is fantastic. But there is something timeless about this building, and they ruined it with that goddamn canopy. It's so pretty.
I agree.
It's so pretty. I want to go here. I was watching recently. I was watching a trip planning video, or not trip planning, the Resort TV from 1991, and the whole time watching, I was like, I want to go there. This Disney World looks fun. I want to go there, please.
You know what's funny? I always said if I can get a time machine, I would love, like Allie hasn't gotten to see old Epcot at that point. I would love to take her back in time to old Epcot. It'd be one of the places I would go.
Was it, what year? Like 86, 88? I got to look, but that's about it.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a fun discussion. If we had to go back to one singular year, what would it be?
Well, maybe we'll do that. All right, and then, so that means the Whigs are going to decide it. They actually picked the boardwalk. 4-3.
Don't say actually. Come on. look at that thing. It's not even. It's Tom. Give me a break. It's not even close.
This is so. This glass.
I get it.
It's so pretty. The glass on the.
It was that anticipatory curve.
This cutout. It's just. It's perfect.
It's a timeless building. It is wonderful architecture. It has a moment in time.
It's so unique. Where have you seen anything like this? Right?
I get it.
Disney's done this several times. They never did this again, right? All right, our last matchup of the night. Thank Figment.
Not bad.
Not bad. Well, I mean,
really,
we did have a half-hour delay, in fairness. Pioneer Hall and Trails End against Spaceship Earth. Nick.
I mean, look, this one makes me sad, but let's be real. As much as I love Pioneer Hall, it is not one of my favorite buildings. Look, you asked me to name my favorite places to be at Disney World. I'm saying yes, that area, Pioneer Hall. But you say one of my favorite buildings? No, Spaceship Earth.
Yeah. Panda?
Spaceship Earth, 100%.
Yeah, I'm taking Spaceship Earth also. Desi?
Not close. Spaceship Earth.
Sabrina?
Spaceship Earth.
Rob?
I have been keeping track of buildings that we've eliminated with pianos inside, by the way. But I'm still going to go Spaceship Earth.
One Whig voted for Pioneer Hall.
That's the bot. That was the bot.
That's the bot? How do you know it's the bot? Why does the bot do it? Oh, it starts at 1. So
What's
it's
the
not-
bot's
Now
motivation?
someone actually did it, though. There you go. Doesn't matter. It's 7-0 Spaceship Earth. Surprise.
Rob, what's your total as far as piano places?
Yeah, no, I really didn't. But I was thinking, it was like when we did Riverside. I was like, well, there's a piano in there. We did Grand Floridian. I'm like, there's a piano in there.
You
Like,
teased it. You're going to have to go back and figure it out.
Yeah, there's a piano in the Brown Derby,
Yeah.
but it's not in the field.
Not in the field.
Yeah.
We'll do
was only
64 pianos
temporarily,
one
though.
year.
Just the pianos around
64
Disney?
pianos.
Are there 64?
I don't think so.
Yeah, let me
Be
see.
amazing.
64 keys.
Maybe 25 years ago. Well, not now. Yeah. That's why you were able to take the name. There was no one left.
Nah.
No one left to contest for it. Anyway. Eric, please. Oh, wait, we have super chats. Here we go. Alex Arndondo for Horizons.
Ooh.
Red Panda Daddy's back. $5. Rob, you've been great tonight. Sabrina, good jokes. Desi, good insight. Panda's got to stick together. Nick had me dying. Tom. I'm not used to being hated. I'll certainly go home and this will hurt. I'd rather win than be liked. Alex Arndondo, $10 for the World of Motion.
That's going to tie that up one.
No, that's.
Does it?
Is that the second one for
Horizons
And
is
Horizons
tied.
tied too.
No, World of Motion
is
is.
not tied. Horizons is. World of Motion. Boardwalks exist all over. World of Motion is one of a kind, said Samantha.
What, 6-4?
Was one of a kind.
I love how somebody in the chat said, play us out, Rob, like we're close to being done.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't look
I'm
at your
going to be
watch.
doing the post show alone. Like the audience is going to leave too.
I still have to drive to Tampa.
You have to drive to Tampa?
Yeah.
That's where she lives.
You can't take the Star Cruiser?
Her new car basically is one. It probably drives itself to
kinda
Tampa.
is,
She just gets
yeah.
to sit there.
What did you get for a new car?
Lightspeed?
I got a Tesla.
What was that?
This?
That's
20.
it?
That's a new one on the
I
screen.
can't even use the intercom.
So that one's tied.
Yeah.
That one's-
Boardwalk is an atmosphere, not just an architecture, said Kate McCobbs.
That one's
20
tied.
bucks.
6-6, isn't it?
Oh, a tie. That never
Comparable to
happened.
Molly now?
No?
No, it's
Who's
not.
Molly?
Boardwalk wins. Is that it?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Who's Molly?
Who's Molly who?
I don't know. I'm comparable to Molly now.
What Molly?
I don't know.
Like the ones you used to with the drill? Oh, you mean like Molly from what you call it? I don't watch vloggers. I don't know.
Oh.
Not the drug.
Not, dang it.
I mean,
I got really excited.
X Molly.
Oh, I'm going to need some Molly.
Eric, I think that's it. Take it away.
Well, that was certainly exciting. Space Mountain moonwalked all over Adventureland Veranda. Let's see, Tron Light Cycle Run went down to Miss Tilly. Mount Gushmore was wet, but Living Seas has that drip. Wins 6-1. Leaning Palms edges out Expedition Everest. That's probably our biggest upset so far. Horizons and Reflections of China are currently tied. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I was born for this moment. Horizons.
If you can vote it.
I mean, he chose his own ending.
He did. Yes, he did.
I chose my own ending, and it was Horizons. I've been waiting for that. That's my favorite moment I've had on this show in many years.
Eric is.
Stave Church.
Eric loves it here.
Stave Church loses to Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. The Boardwalk edges out World of Motion. And that went, I mean, there were a lot of, super chats and all kinds of stuff going on, but it wins. And Spaceship Earth predictably blows out Pioneer Hall. Well, now we have 32 competitors who have punched their ticket to next week's show, and 32 losers. Those architects can go bury their heads in shame, for they have been defeated. And I guess, I don't know if I just end the show or if I kick it back to you for final thoughts, Tom.
You don't want to talk
Do we
about
want to talk about the next upcoming
They're right
matchup?
behind you, Eric. Just look behind
Oh, look
you.
at that. Oh, yeah. Which direction is it? Gelatoni, you're supposed to help me with it. He's the worst.
No.
He's catatonic. Who drugged Gelatoni before the show? All right. Next week, we will start with Cinderella Castle going up against the Dolphin. The Land will go against Gertie the Dinosaur. That was controversial, right? Splash Mountain will go against the Germany Pavilion. The Morocco Pavilion, its penile status unknown, will go against the Walt Disney World Railroad Station. All right, then we're going to have the Floating Mountains of Pandora against the main building of Disney's Wilderness Lodge. The Crystal Palace will go against the Earful Tower. I'm trying to slow down just to make it easier on the graphics people there. But now I've lost myself. Let's see. Earful Tower. Journey into Imagination against Big Thunder Mountain. The main building at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort. Is going to go against the Tree of Life. The Chinese Theater is going to go against the Millennium Falcon. Another Hollywood Studios knockdown drag out, I'm sure. The Mexico Pavilion is going to go against the Contemporary, the main building there. The Haunted Mansion. This is the one I predict is going to get messy. The Haunted Mansion against Catastrophe Canyon. So get your voting knives sharpened for next week. Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Two iconic tower structures. Space Mountain against Miss Tilly Shipwreck. The Living Seas against the Leaning Palms Restaurant. The favorite building, Horizons, going against Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. And finally, Disney's Boardwalk against Spaceship Earth. It will be a grand and miraculous blowout. Am I sending it to you, Tom, or am I closing us out?
You can close us out. I'm going to be alone for the post show anyway.
And remember, we have one more. I'll read it.
Thanks, Tower.
Can we get actual voting knives?
That's not a thing. There's no such thing as a voting knife.
All right, Maryland Country Mice, thanks for making our first in-person show memorable. Time to go pack. It's a long flight home, I know. Well, thank you for joining us on this first and most exciting episode. And remember, kids, put your socks on and your shoes on when you're flying. We'll see you next week.
Ready to begin, let the wonder take hold. Feel it draw you in. Watch the moment unfold. Spark a dream, then we're meant to follow. Setting off for a new tomorrow. And every step we take brings a new hope, a new day. And every choice we make helps us find our own way. Every wish that we put in motion, diving in with our hearts wide open. And then the story comes alive when we look inside. A new adventure is there in your eyes. We're just beginning, let your heart beat faster. Reach out and find your happily ever after. Find your happily ever after.